In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This is episode 1215. Doing it live, 1215. Back again. We got Hannibal here. We got Lord Magicus here. Billy the Fridge is unfortunately still in the hospital. He's being treated right now.
What did you do? What did you do to Billy the Fridge?
He has this heart condition. He was having trouble breathing, and he decided it got so bad that he decided to go to the hospital. And they were like, "Oh, your heart isn't working right, so now we need to keep you here and give you this treatment and see how you respond to it." And he's been in the hospital for 4 days now.
Jeez, I was gonna make a joke, but now I can't even follow it up. Now you just made it too real.
Yeah, it is real. It is kind of concerning, but hopefully he'll get out soon. And after the show's over, guys, you can go to his channel. He did a stream from his hospital bed this morning, so you can check that out too.
Yeah, it's really dangerous playing children's card games with those hologram projectors. They really hurt.
Thank you, Jamarcus. I appreciate you for finding the humor in the situation. I appreciate it.
And last night's show, I was so drunk that I was just like, I'm done doing the show. The show is over now. And I just ended it an hour in. I just ended it. I was like, I'm drunk. Show's over. Goodbye.
Just in our time hanging out, I felt like your tolerance is very high, Ben Pie.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to imagine exactly how much you would have to consume in order for that to.
Oh, I can tell you, the chat made him do double beer bong one after another. So
yeah.
And that had a lot to do with it.
And before that, I was already half in the bag too. I had gone out for lunch at this at that diner that we went to where you got the giant cinnamon roll. I had gone there. Yeah. I had gone there and had a couple drinks and a sandwich, and then when I got back, I started drinking some more. So What was
that place called? Little John's?
Little John's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite spots. It's a chill.
It's first off, let me tell y'all, Ben Pie allowed me to order this giant cinnamon roll and pancakes without telling me that the cinnamon roll was in fact giant. It was disrespectfully big.
Yes.
I didn't finish it. I tried to share it with everybody at the table. Tried to share with you and Scotty and Adam from Your Movie Sucks, and it was too much. It was too much food.
A two-hander.
It is a lot of food.
It was a lot. It was delicious, but it was also it was a lot. And then the icing was just it looked like they just took a barrel of icing and just poured that shit all.
Yes, a drum.
It was just, it was just all over. It was a lot.
Yes,
it looked like a panda had jacked. Oh, I can't. Can I?
Yeah.
I don't want to see.
Well, we get it. We get it.
Use your imagination, chat.
Everyone like the stream if you haven't already. Please like the stream. I do want to point out this is the second show of the week, and we're already less than $100 away from the goal, which is amazing. If you want to help us, I'm pretty confident we're going to reach the goal during this stream. I'm hoping so. And then I'm also hoping that on Saturday, Billy will be available to do Saturday's show.
A certain fat FGGT kept deleting my comments and I kept writing on his video until he reported me for bullying XD. He's big mad. Hi, third peasant Hannibal. Best peasant.
How did you know he reported you? Did you get a strike for it, or I don't know. Send another donation and explain that part of it, and then I'll have another question for you.
Yeah, and also yes, I think in the wake of young Bill Fridge's cardiac issues, that Hannibal the Beat Animal should be the next peasant. I'm not drunk, but I'm definitely I'm poor and peasant like. So we could it kind of offsets.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're in his spot right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When Billy's not here, I'm still playing third fiddle here. So.
So there's that guy who's a big Eric July fan. He's
boo that guy. Boo.
Yeah, it's weird because they seem insecure. You can't dislike someone they like.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're just very insecure about it. We're gonna go through the history of this guy, and then we're gonna play his most recent video. But these are videos he's made about us because he can't not respond. You know,
Ooh,
like
okay,
yeah. So here.
I love those people. That's great.
Here's the first one.
Hello everyone, I am Renowned Zero, and it would appear that Eric July has upset the fats because it would appear that Eric
he's got a weird speech impediment that's hard to ignore now. It would appear that Eric July has upset the fats.
July is
like you can't be a dick and also have a speech impediment, right? Like it's low hanging fruit. Like I don't want to make fun of it, but I'm gonna make fun of it.
Yep.
For when he inevitably replies to this, like I know Billy's not here, but I'm filling in for the
4
facts.
hours for bullying. I just kept writing FGGT and stay mad. I wrote it about 4 to 6 times, then I just got a ban. I can't say for sure it was him, but I am banned for commenting on YouTube.
Wow. Damn.
I have a feeling, that might be related.
Absolutely 100% correct when he talks about his detractors and haters being fat. It is so obviously clear now that is, for the most part, the type of detractors that he has about his Rippaverse company, his Rippaverse content.
Even if that's true, it doesn't make his comic book good. Like,
not at all.
Even if, like, literally it was just like a bunch of ham planets that were against Eric July, it still wouldn't make it good.
Yeah, we talked about this like after we read Ism number 1. Yeah, after we read Ism number 1 from Eric July, we reached out to a couple of his fans. It was like, you didn't read this and think this was good, right? Like you like this because you support like his wild political views, right? Like that like you support that part. You don't
exactly.
You didn't read Ism and was like, this is a good book. There's no way. I challenge anybody who read this book that thought it was good to tell me why it's good.
A lot of them didn't even read it. They just bought it to support, the movement, if you will.
Yeah, there are quite a few people that said we had a bunch of people go in on us on Twitter because of this, and we have been having the most fun responding to them. Matter of fact, I just recently did a review on how Ism is my favorite
entertainment. Get well soon, Billy.
Yes, get well soon, Bill Fridge.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ism is the most woke, diverse comic I've read in quite some time.
This guy responds to that comment that you made.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll get through it. We're kind of gonna go through his history here.
Okay, all right, I got you. I'm here for the journey, man.
If you want to give your money to Eric July because you support his views or whatever, that's fine. I'm not telling you not to do that, but at least be fucking honest about like the quality of the actual comic itself. That's all.
Right.
It can be bad and you can give him money. Like, they're not mutually exclusive things.
Yeah.
So apparently we had a live stream. Actually, I believe Drunken Peasants did 2 live streams on Eric July, about almost 10 hours of content surrounding Eric July.
No, the whole stream wasn't about Eric July. Like, we cover multiple topics in our streams.
Mm-hmm.
And it would appear that one of them, or all of them, seem to have a problem with the fact that...
It's interesting because the video he's watching here was when Billy was out of town, so Billy's not in this one either.
Eric added a fitness requirement in order to debate him, and it's actually quite hilarious, and we're going to jump right into it.
Is it?
This comes to us from the Rippaverse goalpost. Twitter account. Make sure you're following him if you have not already. Check him out on YouTube as well. I'll leave a link to his video about...
Word on the street is Eric told this Rippaverse Goalposts Twitter account to stop giving us attention.
I mean, that would be the smart thing to do.
But Eric does it. He gives, he monetizes his haters, right?
Yeah.
Eric's Detractors in the description and Twitter account in the description. Also, you can all my videos get uploaded to Odyssey and Rumble, and if you want to watch the videos there, you can. Everything I do on YouTube is
everything I
mirrored
do
over
on
there,
YouTube
so
is doing right up
I'll leave a
there.
link to all of that as well in the description. Now let's jump right into this clip from the Drunken Peasants podcast.
Get in the line, you have to meet a certain fitness requirement because I'm tired of arguing with fats.
With fats. and listen, you know the fats.
You know, and I'm just going to make sure that I remove my camera for just a second so you can see this real quick. You can
I
see
can't wait
exactly
until he covers this clip and then like we're moved over one frame, so then there's going to be 3 frames of peasants in it.
Yep. It's going to be great. Peasantception.
People are.
That he hates the most trans fats. Fucked up. It's fucked.
But clearly y'all all love the trans fats because judging by the way y'all look,
I know
each
for
one
a
of
fact this guy is a fat ass and doesn't work out. He just gives off keyboard warrior vibes. I'm willing to bet Eric July runs away from people he think might hit him.
I've only ever seen him from the shoulders up, so I don't know what kind of physical fitness he's in at this point.
y'all are fat. So I'm just saying y'all must really love the trans fats. He doesn't like the trans fats.
Did you not get the joke, you dumbass? Did you not get the joke?
Look, he got the joke, and a bunch of Eric July's fans got the joke too. They all commented that trans joke was pretty funny. I gotta give him credit. And they told me I had a cool ass mask. I was like, yeah, listen.
There we go.
Like, I will sway his fans to the dark side. Okay.
That's because he's not fat, obviously, but y'all are all fat, and it's very obvious to me the amount of jealousy that y'all have for this man. And now that you've seen them all, I'm gonna come back on camera so we can continue this video.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Yep.
You ain't got enough respect for yourself to actually take care of your motherfucking body, and you gonna try to lecture me on any motherfucking thing, especially pertaining to business? No.
What a cop out.
Absolutely not.
There's all kinds of out of shape. I mean, like, look at Elon Musk. The picture of Elon Musk in his swim trunks. You mean to tell me, like, you know, he's not actually rich because he's out of shape? I don't know.
I'm just finding it hard to believe that like a fat person has never contributed anything of value throughout the entirety of human history. Like, is that what we're going with now? Like, only like thin, popular, like athletic people can work wonders here?
Well, yeah, this guy has to think that they're at least bangable.
Awful lot of fat breathing coming from this atmosphere abuser. Every time he speaks, the IQ of his neighborhood drops 10 points.
What's real funny is that on his page, his fans start going in on us and they start making like black people jokes. But I'm like, but Eric July is, you know what? I ain't gonna say anything. I'm gonna just let y'all figure it out.
I think he's an honorary white.
What's the weight have to do with?
Yeah, it doesn't. He gets really butthurt. Like, if he really was confident,
butthurt over what, dude?
He gets butthurt over any type of criticism, and his character Ism does the same thing. The whole comic is Ism getting butthurt that he got thrown out of a nightclub and trying to get revenge for the disrespect.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit is hilarious. He's just like, he's not even worried about protecting the woman that he's there to go save. He's like, they was disrespectful to me, so I got to go in there and murder a bunch of people.
Yeah. Did you know Eric? Did you know Eric July was a musician originally? Like,
yes, I just found out he's a musician and he raps and he doesn't care if people use his music. I was like, so you mean to tell me you a black libertarian that makes comic books and you make music? It's like this guy was designed in a laboratory just for me and Monty to fuck over. It is incredible. It is amazing. I like it was like a gift from God just handing this guy to us. Amazing.
Hurt to y'all is him confronting his detractors and confronting the fake criticism and concern trolls that are constantly attacking his comic book and his comic book company way more than anyone ever attacked or called out Marvel, we'll say, or DC or any other comic company. It's because he doesn't share the same political ideas that y'all share. It's y'all are always attacking him constantly, dude. And I really do hope that this man sees the nonsense you're talking and monetizes you weirdos.
Nope, he ran away. He ran away. He told all of his little simp Twitter followers to stop giving us attention.
Really do.
Like,
and
where
what he
was
does,
this guy
he would,
when that, like, what was it? It was like the new, oh fuck, Marvel had like a team of like extremely like lefty heroes.
The new Warriors, right?
Yeah, the new Warriors with like Safe Space and Snowflake, and then the one that was like the experimental internet gas guy. Like, you think like the same people did not like criticize that shit too,
right?
And they're only going after Eric July? Come on.
Yeah. Just like we do recognize when Marvel and DC is trying to pander, for $1. Like this, like we would criticize their bad comics the same way we criticize your bad comics,
right? Or
but again, it's bad as a regular comic. It is fantastic as a woke, inclusive comic. So, I give it that. It's a B. It's a B plus. I give it a B plus. Monty gave it a D minus. I gave it a B plus.
You're very generous.
I'm not drinking tonight.
And mention it.
This is
y'all must not know who this man is, because clearly y'all don't. Y'all out here biting at the ankles of this man, having a lot of success that y'all ain't having. And I'll show that later on as to what success they're not having, just after we're done commentating on this video, on this clip.
Yeah, this is what he's a bitch. That's all this is. This is what bitch.
So one of the fat people calls Eric July a bitch. I can guarantee 100% you will never say that to this man's face.
I guarantee you he would. I guarantee you he would.
See, you don't know Monty.
Right.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Monty would absolutely call Eric July a bitch to his face. And give him like a 3.5 essay breakdown on all the different reasons he's a bitch.
Right.
I didn't call him a bitch. Monty called. I don't know which direct that way. Monty called him a bitch. I didn't call him a bitch.
Yeah, there you go.
Ever. I'd be surprised if you can even walk up to this man with how fat you are.
Bitches do. That's all.
Bitches do.
He's just a.
So apparently,
I'm surprised you could even walk up to this man with how fat you are, fatty fat. It's like 5th grade insults here.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
only bitches confront their haters that are talking shit about them. Okay.
Bitch.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know a lot of bitches that write dope comic books. So
well, you wouldn't know about a dope comic book, or you wouldn't know anything about ISOM because it would appear that you haven't even read the comic book.
We don't know that this is a dope comic book.
We don't know that he's a bitch either, Monty. Okay, I'm just saying.
Well, he looks like a bitch and he's talking.
He definitely looks like a bitch. Okay. Like, man, you're fat.
Hey, man, top tier clapback. Okay, that top tier. I like it. You know what? You're fat.
You're fat.
You are a big motherfucker, clamoring to relevancy, biting at the ankles.
Clamoring to relevancy? Does that work? Clamoring?
Yeah, you clamoring to relevancy. Yeah, I know exactly what he's saying. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There's someone way more successful.
Clamor and irrelevancy. Like whenever I'm trying to be relevant, I clamor all the time.
You
I understand exactly what you're
you
saying.
clamor your chowder.
Successful than you'll
Yeah,
ever be.
I do. I
But somehow
threw it up immediately.
he's the bitch. Y'all the one that are having problems with him. Meanwhile, you could absolutely ignore what he's doing. But y'all are the ones that are clamoring to this man's
ignoring what
ankles.
the
Y'all
fucking
are the
drunken peasants are doing, but you're not. So
This is
here
true.
we are.
This is true. He could very easily just ignore us, and then we wouldn't even talk. This could have been a one show topic. We read his shitty comic, was done with it, and just moved on. Right, but that's not what y'all wanted. You wanted to smoke. Well, guess what? Y'all got the smoke fucking monster now. Okay, just fucking garbage ass. Oh man, I've been listening. Ism number one. Oh man, I've read it 3 times. Benjamin Pie. Okay, I've read it 3 times.
How could you do that to yourself?
Like the first time I read it, I was like, "Is this a joke?" And then I read it again, and then I read it one more time, and every time I read it, it's hilarious. It is hilarious at how not good it is.
Have you noticed how every person with dialogue in it all talk like Eric July?
Yeah, listen, like I said, it is a fantastically woke, diverse, inclusive comic that speaks on social issues that plague the African American community. My only complaint about Ism number one is that I wish they'd have had some black people in the room when they wrote it. That's the only issue I had. Like, you got all these black characters. I just wish you had some black people in the room, because that's not how black people talk. That's the only issue. Just next time you write black dialogue, just get some black people in the room. Bitch, I need to know more about.
Especially considering y'all brought on Vito to talk about the so-called feud that he and Eric July have. There's no feud between the two. It's just Vito being a fat bitch, mad and jealous over the success that Eric is having that he can't seem to have.
The bitch smells like a bitch too.
Listen,
calling him a fat bitch kind of sounds like a feud to me.
Right.
Right, but the dude with the orange shirt there, that dude looked like he smells. Talking about Eric smells or whatever.
You know more about the Kelly Rippaverse before I talk shit about it.
Your fat Gideo game should host a Comedy Central roast.
Yeah, you're fat. Guess what? You're fat.
Hey man,
This dude is hitting egghead levels of cringe. R.I.P. to my boy Billy.
And by the way, Billy's in the chat right now, so everyone can say
Billy
hi
is
to
hanging
him.
out. I was just about to shout out young Bill Fridge hanging out with us in the chat. Zoe, drop the clues bombs for Billy in the chat. Need to know more information. His beard growth is incredible. What are you using? Onion oil, black soap? Like, nigga, I need your secrets. Juices and berries. But yeah, just juices and berries. That's
he's using herbal essence because.
Oh my God! Yeah, remember, everyone has a problem with you calling Coming to America a black movie.
Yeah, they really got on my ass on Twitter about like Coming to America not being a black movie.
Well, you know, it has Louis Anderson in it.
Yeah, okay. So you've seen the comments. All right, you ahead of the story.
Yeah.
Yes. That shit hilarious. They like actually arguing with me about what a black movie is or isn't. I was like, well, what do you think a black movie is?
There's literally a band called Sexual Chocolate in it, and the main antagonist has a Jerry curl.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, his like
the Soul Glow commercial. Come on, man. It's just like Jesus. I can't just if that's not a black movie, what is?
And then there's the old Jewish white guy in the barbershop that's played by Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, that was back when whiteface wasn't, as generally frowned upon like it is today.
Dude. As an aside, Eddie Murphy did this hilarious whiteface thing on SNL back in the day, where he did this fake like going undercover as a white man, and like
I remember.
He tries to pay for a newspaper, and the guy's like, "What are you doing, man? You can just take it." He's like, "I'm buying this newspaper." That's how he talks. It's great.
He's a bitch.
Was that?
He uses herbal essence because he's a bitch. Like I said, you will never say any of this shit to the man's face. I guarantee if he really wanted to knock your bitch ass out, he'd be able to easily knock your bitch out.
That'd be awesome. I would
love that.
I would let him because I could use a slice of that ISM money.
Hold it. Wait a minute. He believes that shit. All right.
Yeah.
He actually
Tips
right
out for
now
young
he
Bill
has
Frick.
drank. Listen, I've been to enough cookouts in my lifetime. This man is drinking all the Kool-Aid right now. He believes that Eric July is that guy. He believes that he is Avery. He believes that Eric is Ism in real life.
Yes.
Like, Hannibal, just ballpark number. How many times do you think you've had to, like, punch a dude in the face?
Oh, it hasn't been more than a dozen times, but it's been around a dozen times.
I would suspect it's about a dozen more times than he has.
Lurking since no BS days Imshai Uwu. Well wishes for Big Bill.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. We're almost at the. Oh, actually, no. We just hit the goal.
Yes.
Goal!
There we go.
Yes.
Woo!
Hell yeah!
I guarantee, though, this guy is like, he's talking all this shit and he would just go down like a sack of potatoes. He's like never fucking like done any of the shit that he's talking about.
Yeah. I want to listen. I want to see more. I love it. Like I don't get mad when people talk shit about me online. I look at that shit and I laugh. I want to hear I want to hear more about what he's got to say.
That's what really gets to him too. Like when you fucking just laugh at them, like when they're trying to be taken serious, like that's just the most infuriating thing to these people.
Oh well, I guess we infuriate the shit out of him because
The guy I
that
felt
shit
was
does
gonna
not
beat
piss
you
us off.
up, fatty.
Very easily.
Coming to America reference right there.
Yeah.
Aaron, the person I'm referring to is the third guy there. That's the one talking about. He uses herbal incense, and
incense.
He's a bitch. Yeah, that guy looked like he'd be winded over throwing one punch.
Yeah,
yes,
well,
okay. You know what? If Zoe, our producer, was here, I would tell her to drop one of Clues Bound for you, Ben Pye, for knowing that reference.
Yeah.
Listen, whenever white people know black movie references, I am just so.
Yeah. And apparently, Coming to America is a black movie.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Like, I understand there's black actors, but that doesn't make it a black movie. The movie can be enjoyed by literally anyone. I've enjoyed.
That's not what he meant. Like,
so if white people enjoy Set It Off or Boys in the Hood, those are no longer black movies. Nope. How does this work? Like if you enjoy Ip Man, are those no longer Asian? Is that no longer Asian cinema?
Shaft.
Like Asian film?
Shaft is not a black movie.
Oh, okay. I listen. I'm learning something new every day. So, is it the movie is determined based on the audience that enjoys it, or the audience like is that how this works?
I think the power of just white colonialism is just way stronger than we ever thought it was.
You know what?
We can just take whatever we want.
So then Marvel's Black Panther is a white movie.
Yeah.
I liked it. I watched it. I liked it. It's now a white movie. That's just how it is.
Wakanda Forever is a black movie because white people didn't like it so much.
Yeah.
Right? Is that how that works?
You're getting it now. See, it's really easy.
Gotcha. Okay. I didn't know your rules, but I know them now. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rippaverse, for I'm sorry. What's this guy's name? What's this?
I can't remember his name. It's like Renown Zero.
Can we call him Sturgis? He looks like a Sturgis to me.
A Sturgis?
Thank you, Sturgis. I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know. I'm glad you.
I know it's completely irrelevant, but I just wanted to put that in there.
My friend.
I've watched it multiple times.
It's a great movie. Yeah.
Clearly, you haven't watched him at all because you don't know anything you're talking about.
I was talking about Coming to America, dumbass.
Incredible. Like, man, it's like watching like every time like Donald Trump has to go to court, he hires like the worst lawyers. This is that. This is that right now. He's got the worst people defending him.
Yeah, he's about to set up a press conference at the Four Seasons Landscaping next.
We'll go into it. It's
still one of my favorite things of all time.
I can't believe that really happened.
It was a fucking fever dream.
Yeah,
this channel right here, I'm going to say right away, do not harass any of these people. Keep your comments in the comment section down below about them. But as you can see, there are this one and this one, both live streams.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what we do.
Eric July. Right?
Yeah, so like out of like thousands of videos, there are 2 videos about Eric July. Like, well, who gives a shit? And this guy does what pretty much only people who don't get any views do. He's gonna like talk trash about how many views or subscribers we have or whatever when he doesn't come close to us when it comes to that.
Here's the thing for me, like, he said that like those 2 videos are like 10 hours about just Eric July. And I think it's because he didn't actually watch either of the streams. So he's now criticizing you about like not reading ISOM when he hasn't watched either of the fucking streams he's now criticizing you about.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's pronounced ism in the comic book. Okay.
Oh, dude.
Like
he got mad that you said that when we get to one of the other videos. Yeah.
God damn it. Okay. All right. My bad. Okay. I'm gonna sit back. Let me do this. Is okay. I wish I'd have knew that this. I would see Monty's missing out on a great fucking show.
Yeah.
If y'all haven't already, make sure you click the like button, the share button, the subscribe button. Hanging out with Ben Pye, Lord Jamarcus, who was rated the funniest white on Hannibal and Monty's shit show.
That's true.
Last year.
I carry that title with so much pride. You have no idea.
Yeah, listen, he's been walking around with the championship belt longer than Roman Reigns. So,
yeah.
Apparently, again, a feud between Eric. No, there's no feud. There's Vito is fat and jealous of a man who he doesn't agree with is more successful than he is. And then they got an entire live stream. Well, at least more than likely a good chunk of a live stream talking about Eric July. So that's 2 live streams that are totaling 9 hours and 11 minutes. That
you know how you can find out how much time they spent talking about this? You could, like, I don't know, watch the fucking
black
stream.
Movies all the time. In fact, I actually found this cool website called black.com that hosts thousands of them. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Listen. I am to this day. Sometimes I'll be like, man, I feel bad for what they did to Adriana Chechik. Okay, it's like, bro, like that girl's gonna need a diaper when she get old. I'm sorry, hit play.
Yeah. If y'all want to talk about anything about him,
here it is.
Let's take a look at your social blade real quick. You have 109,000 subscribers, right? So these are your views, right? Your recent views. And if we take a look at...
He sounds so tismy right here, the way he goes through our stats. You'll hear it.
Monthly views, you obviously been getting, decent amount of views, I guess, for a channel your size. You've even got negative views here.
Right, yeah, negative views means a video either got struck down, deleted, or even privated. That's why that's how you can get negative views.
Here it's just a steady flow of the same kind of views for, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years almost. Almost 2 years. And if you look at your subscribers, where are you going? 0. 1,000 from September 2020.
Listen to this.
July 2020.
This sounds like Rain Man, what he does here.
0. Negative 1,000. 0.
0. Definitely. Negative 1,000.
Negative 1,000. 0. Negative 1,000. 0. 0. Negative 1,000. 0. 0. Negative 1,000. 0. 0. Negative 1,000, 0. Negative 1,000, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Negative 1,000, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Hey man, I'm gonna make a beat out of him just saying 0 and negative 1,000.
I was literally just gonna say, like, yeah, you need to make a beat out of this shit.
Yeah.
And then I didn't want to interrupt him doing it.
Listen, I'm gonna make a beat out of that, and I'm gonna put Eric July rapping on top of it. It's gonna be fantastic.
Negative 1,000, 0, 0, 0, 0. So clearly, no one gives a fuck about your content.
No one? How the fuck does that show goal, that weekly goal, get filled every week?
Yeah, that's weird. It's almost like somebody cares about it because it's not at 0, so...
Yeah.
Really ankle biting.
All your views have 0 to... All your videos have 0 to negative 1,000 views on them, right?
Yeah.
It is. Listen, it makes sense. It's logic. It's math, okay? And you can't fight math.
Someone more successful than y'all, way like 1,000 times more successful than you, clamoring for some relevancy.
Isn't that what you're doing here? Like,
yeah. This is a pot calling the kettle black.
Right. All the arguments he could use, I could easily just use against him.
Hey, Lord Jamarcus, those aren't black pots, okay?
Oh, that's right.
Those aren't black pots. I'm
sorry.
like, just because black people use them don't mean that they're black pots, man. All right?
Yeah, I used the kettle to make some corn in it, so now it's a white pot.
That's right. You can use it to make chowder. Apparently,
This guy has the ism-tism. You know, he's got somebody in the audience called it rippatism, and I'm just like, yes, that is what I'm getting rippatism on a shirt. The next time I talk about ism,
that sounds like something your doctor would give you as like a diagnosis. Like, you have 3 years left to live. You have rippatism.
Oh yeah.
Eric July's out there doing his own thing, not feuding with you fucking bitches. Peasants is a perfect name for y'all. And drunken, yes, y'all are drunken on stupid. Y'all are just drunken on stupid.
And you're stupid, you're fat, you're stupid, you're fat.
Hey man, listen. I don't need all these scathing barbs coming at me, bro. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean it. I'm so sorry.
Stupidity, because you're trying to clamor into some relevancy by biting at the ankles of someone who's way more successful than y'all, and trying to act like there's some type of feud between Vito and Eric July when it's clearly one-sided. And the only thing that's going to happen at the end of all this is he's going to most likely end up monetizing all you bitch asses.
He didn't do it.
And making more money on his monetize your hater stuff.
That never happened, dude.
More than you guys will make on your
I gotta reach out to Sturgis and ask him to come on the shit show so we can talk about ism. And I'm just like, hey man, you thought this was good? Tell me why.
Exactly.
That's all. I just want to tell me what was good about this. That's all I want to know.
Love to fucking see that.
He'll probably make one live stream and make more money than all your videos have been making combined. And it's just pathetic.
Okay, well, I could be like, well, PewDiePie could do a live stream and do more than that. Or I could mention someone you clear like Vosh. I could be like, Vosh does a live stream and he's bigger than this. And you think Vosh is woke, so you hate everything he says. So it does numbers and money equal correct?
Yes.
Yeah, for them, yes.
At least in America, that's how.
So that means all the people that this fucker considers woke that makes more money and gets more views than Eric July are more right than Eric July then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Simply pathetic. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you guys like this video, hit that like button. Comment below what you feel about all this. Like I said, no interacting of any type with any of these people or any of their channels. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you get notifications anytime I post a new video. We'll see you all on the next one.
All right. Here's the next one. Here's the next one.
As I said, I was mentioned on the Drunken Peasants live stream last night as they were covering the Flashcast when they had Dick Masterson and I'm guessing Vito on. So, of course, it's, two fat guys upset at Eric July and his successful Rippaverse, and we're gonna jump right into it and discuss.
Yeah, and it's like, does Eric July? Because we'll get into later where he's like, oh, everyone who hates me is fat, and I.
Exhibit A, you are fat.
I need them to pass a fitness exam before I even talk to them. Does Eric July?
It must have really triggered this guy because I'm pretty sure that was for the most part a joke, but.
It was a joke he told for like 3 hours because he just sat there and kept saying the same thing. I'm sick of these fats, man. Sick of these fats. And he did. Usually a joke doesn't take 3 hours to tell, right?
No.
All right, but on the other hand, though, consider how much fun it would be if every person arguing on the internet had to do like a wipeout course first before their opinion was valid.
I like that.
Yeah, it must have triggered you enough to have to talk about that.
You either have to do a wipeout course or be able to play wipeout on the drums. One or the other. the wipeout. Think his audience is super fit. The kind of people that are mad about race swapping in movies and comic books.
They might. Yes, they are essentially people who like listening to the idea that race swapping is shit. They believe in that idea.
So all the fat people in Eric July's audience, they're stupid, right? Like, and their opinion doesn't matter.
Yep.
Okay.
Race swapping is shit. And they found someone who was legitimate and transparent about why race.
He's a transparent? That's so woke of Eric July. I had no idea.
I'm trying to tell you, he's very inclusive. He's like, it's a very inclusive, woke, diverse comic. If you haven't read Ism #1,
he's a transparent.
Race swapping is shit. It's essentially lazy.
Is
You're giving black people the sloppy seconds of white characters instead of making new black characters.
This is the angle they take on it. They're like, oh, well, they give black people leftover characters that were white, and when they should just make new black characters or whatever. That's their shtick.
What about characters that used to be black that are white now, like Kingpin? Does that work the same way? Like when he watched Marvel's Daredevil, was he like, Vincent D'Onofrio can't play Kingpin because Kingpin's supposed to be black? Is that the issue? No.
You know who else?
Does it only work one way? Is it both ways?
You know who else they did that to? They did that to Waylon Smithers on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Smithers was black for like the first several episodes of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who else? Baxter Stockman from the Ninja Turtles was black originally.
Yes, he was. Yeah, I do. Look at Ben. I'm never not impressed by the random knowledge Ben Pye knows. Like Ben knows random shit. When we were in Seattle, it would just be like just random factoids that he would just drop in everyday conversation. Like, you know a little bit about a bunch of shit.
I do pretty good at trivia.
Yeah, that's why he's a champion at Spin Till You Spew.
Oh man, yes.
Characters. This is essentially what you're giving them, is saying that their race is not good enough to essentially make new characters for them. So we'll just give you the sloppy seconds, like a black Superman, a black Batman, etc., etc.
If they had a black Superman, it wouldn't be I don't know if they've ever done that, but if they did, I wouldn't think it would be Clark Kent. It would just be like a black guy with Superman powers. Yeah.
I don't know what he's getting at. I don't think anybody's against there being new black characters. Like, there's no fucking conspiracy that's trying to keep that from happening.
But then when they make black characters like Riri Williams and Ironheart, then they had a problem with her. Like, you mean to tell me you expect me to believe that this inner city black girl from Chicago could get a scholarship to MIT? Yes, Nick. Okay.
I bet this guy's mad that they got rid of Steamboat. Do you know Steamboat?
Who is Steamboat?
Steamboat was Steamboat was a horrible racial stereotype character that existed in the 30s or 40s, and they were Shazam's sidekick. And Steamboat, they drew him to look like a monkey, basically, but he wore like clothes and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It's like hold on. It's ridiculous. I was joking that they should have had Steamboat in the new Shazam movie.
I still haven't seen it. I think it's on HBO Max now, right?
I think it is now.
Okay, I need to check it out. I wanted to go see it in theaters, and I couldn't motivate myself to go pay money to see Shazam.
Look at that.
I think that's a double racism.
Dude. Ooh. Yeah. And the way they wrote like his dialogue and everything. It is like, it's unbelievable that this existed.
Such ignorance.
Yes.
That is how I would describe that. Yes.
But listen, how is that dialogue any better than what you see in Ism?
I thought Eric July wrote that. I'm pretty sure Eric July created Steamboat.
He's constantly telling people that they should call the law in the comic. I'm like,
call the law.
Black people don't say that. We don't say call the law.
So you're mad about him saying that.
be super fit because they might not have a lot of brain cells, so they just.
So essentially, you're stupid because you're fit. When I'm pretty sure you have to understand how to get fit in order to actually get fit.
And it's not
also not true.
Most people understand how to get fit. They just like it's not like complicated. It's all a matter of doing it, like doing the exercise and the dieting. The dieting's way more important than the exercise.
Yeah, for sure. You get it way more in the kitchen than you do in the gym.
Yeah.
And you have to understand what works for your body versus somebody else. So you have to be at least a little bit smart to.
No, you don't.
To figure that out.
No, you really don't.
I don't. You can't convince me that Dolph Ziggler is a genius. I'm sorry.
Right, or like the Ultimate Warrior. You know?
Right? Yeah. You don't have to be a genius to use anabolic steroids.
Right.
But you can probably tell that Eric July's fans are a lot smarter than yours, because the ones that follow you love to listen to Egregious Lies rather than listen.
Wait, pause it. I would take the Pepsi challenge on that shit to put 10 random Drunken Peasants fans up against 10 random ism fans and see who's smarter. I would pay money for that. Oh yeah, please can we make that happen? What do we have to do to make that happen? Just select 10 random Peasants fans versus 10 people that bought ism for $35 with $10 shipping and handling.
I nominate Big Diesel. He can represent us, and they can try to call him fat, but he's all ripped and shit. So there's one right there.
Mm-hmm. Can Joe be one? I'd like Joe to be one. I'd like to nominate Joe.
That would be funny.
Because Joe would call him a bitch to his face and punch him in the face.
He would.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, I connected with Joe in Seattle. I really was like, oh man, I can see me and you just causing all kinds of destruction out here in Seattle.
Oh yeah, he has.
Yeah. Most people have like limits to what they're willing to do, especially in the face of danger and stuff. Joe does not have those. He just fucking goes.
Someone who is honest, transparent about who they are, transparent about their business, etc., etc.
Pump iron all day?
I highly doubt it. I think the only pumping they do is the keys on their keyboard.
I think it's pretty obvious. Any fat would want a.
I actually don't believe that, considering that Eric July making all these comments about athleticism and working out and stop being fat has actually helped people stop being fat, be more athletic, and work out and better themselves rather than bringing themselves to an early grave.
That's
like
all you got to do is if you just keep calling people fat, then they'll eventually get tired of you calling them fat, and then they'll start working out. So you insulting them is making them better. Listen, that logic that deserves the chef's kiss. That is a level of mental gymnastics. That motherfucker is seasoned perfectly.
He's basically doing charity work.
So when we shame Eric July for being horrible at writing comics, are we making him a better comic writer?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it true that ism number 2 is he ended up having some other people write it instead of him?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, I heard that they brought some writers in, but you can't believe everything you see on the internet. I don't know.
If he was smart, he would do that. Like he has the money to pay people to write it for him.
Yeah, he could pay people to write a better book for him.
Yeah.
Probably will.
Better comic book than ISOM.
I don't know.
These are fit comic book. These are for fits, not for fats.
It's actually for everyone that wants to buy it.
I don't know.
Literally
You
take
seem
anyone's
to think
money.
that us fats don't know what we're doing, so why would you want to take our money?
Is that this comic book is for anybody that wants to buy it? Well, it's not really for everybody, then, is it? It's for a very specific group of people. And look, I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at somebody for supporting Eric July's political views and parlaying that into having them buy his book, right? If that's how you want to support him, this your money. Do what the fuck you want to do with it. But what you won't do is talk about this book like it's good. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that shit. All right. Like just because you worked on Catwoman, don't try to tell me that Catwoman's a good movie. All right, chill out.
If he fucking took a shit in a bag and like shipped it to you for $45 or whatever, that wouldn't make it good just because you paid him money for it. Like,
yeah, he could literally shit in a bag and then write on the bag that mermaids aren't black, and y'all would buy that shit at $35 a pop.
This multiple times. He's a capitalist at the end of the day.
A lot of Eric July simps commenting on his tweets regarding.
So if they're Eric July simps, you're Eric July ankle biters.
Fat is that how it works? People, and a lot of them were like, "I'm fat, but at least I'm trying." So
yeah, at least they're trying to better their health, unlike you.
How do you know?
It looks like you.
Yeah, you don't know shit.
You to shove disgusting food down your mouth from McDonald's or whatever, and you want to continue to be fat and have terrible health.
I do have to agree with him. No, McDonald's is disgusting. You should go to Wendy's. Wendy's is where the good shit is.
It is top tier fast food, you know. And also, I can tell you on good authority that Ben Pye and Bill Fridge do not eat McDonald's. They only eat dicks.
Ah, yes, we do love a big bag of dicks.
Yeah. Listen, we had dicks a few times in Seattle, and it was fantastic.
We were just stuffing dicks in our mouths.
At least they're trying to better themselves.
They're gonna, you know, they're gonna clip that part out and it'll be like, see, he's got all these gay fat guys that are complaining about him all the time.
Yeah.
So you're making fun of someone who's essentially trying to better themselves because you don't want to, and you're jealous of the fact that someone has the mindset to want to better themselves, and you don't.
At least I'm trying.
I'm not like these guys eating bonbons all day.
All right, Uncle Mom.
And we'll respond. One of them made a video about us, and it's
cute.
Hilarious.
I can't wait.
It's so hilarious that you care that I made a video about you, and I'm gaining traction and you're not. I'm gaining subscribers who want to watch what I have to say.
Oh man.
And you're gaining nothing. You must have, like I said earlier, you must be really mad that I made a video about you.
I'm not mad at all.
What's the show goal at again? Have we gained nothing? Is that what happened this week?
We just don't gain.
You beat me to the punch, Lord Jamarcus. Yes, yes. We already the weekly goal has already been met.
You need to make more
that's
videos.
it. I have no
If
more
you
work.
continue to do what you're doing, which is trying to somehow bite at the ankles of Eric July's success that you'll never have, because it's just funny to me that I'm growing and you're not.
Ruled by Marvel and DC, and I said I'm challenging Marvel and DC.
Yeah, and also he's
never claimed to want to challenge Marvel and DC.
On all these streams where they complain about, you know, gay people in Marvel movies and whatever.
They essentially complain about the characters' sexualities being at the forefront rather than the story being at the forefront. Pause
it. Listen. I am a big fan of the Marvel's Eternals. I know the vast majority of people don't like it. I was a fan. There is a gay Eternal in the movie, right? But that is not a focal point of the movie. Yeah. That movie is on for a good 2 hours and 25 minutes before we see him cohabitating with his partner. Right? Yeah. It is not central part of the film. In Thor: Love and Thunder, the gay in the movie is not a central part of the movie at all, right? They spend more time on the goddamn screaming goats than they do on the fact that what was it? The Stone. Who's the character Taika Waititi plays?
I mean, wasn't like Peter Parker's relationship with Mary Jane like a focal point of? I mean, what his heterosexual attraction to Mary Jane, wasn't that a big part of the Spider-Man story? Wasn't like the love triangle between Wolverine and Cyclops and Jean Grey? Wasn't that like part of the story? I remember like
but the difference is Ben Pye is that those people weren't butt buddies. Right, and that's the issue they have. They have an issue with butt buddies.
TV shows and movies are all about just the sexuality of the characters rather than the storyline.
Oh, kind of like Gambit and Rogue, because they had like a relationship. It's funny. Like no one complains about that though, right?
Of the characters. That's what they're talking about. But of course, you're being disingenuous because you don't actually watch these people's channels.
What about Vision and Wanda Maximoff?
They literally did a whole show about their fucking relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
It was the she held the town hostage with her magical powers.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I won't fuss with him about his stupid political views, but I will argue with you about comic book movies all day.
Yep.
Watch anything that they have to say, which is essentially the normal, typical retards that are making videos on content creators that they don't like.
He's really bad at coming up with insults. We're fat, we're stupid, we're retards. It is like 5th grade level insults.
Hey, do something about me being black. Do that one.
I don't know if he'll go there. We'll see though.
No, go ahead and do it. Listen, throwing it out there. Go for it, man.
Call them grifters.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
man. Say it.
why-
You know
like,
you
if-
want to. Just say it.
That's the grift.
If I hated all the gay people,
The grift is you guys.
The grift is you. I know you are, but what am I? The grift is you.
Terrible.
on my Marvel Disney channel, if I hated all the gay people, I would be so happy to give Eric July $40 for a comic book.
So essentially, he's saying his fans hate gay people. That's exactly what you're saying.
I don't think that's
With a
what he
weird
said.
superhero that has a cross above his penis. I would.
It's also very weird that you're.
Yeah. He doesn't like it when we bring up the cross. The cross.
Listen, when you first said that you were pretty sure Ism gets his powers from Jesus, I thought you were talking shit. And then I read the comic, and I'm like, he gets his powers from Jesus. Yes, absolutely. That's where they're going with this. Is that he's gonna get his power? These are like angels and demons on Earth, right? Manifested.
They're not angels and demons. They're accepts.
Yeah.
They're accepts.
First off, the people that were in Club Merc, which, by the way, just fantastic name, by the way. Because like, if I need to know where the bad guy's evil lair is gonna be Club Merc, right?
Yeah.
There's no good guys that got a place called. I'm guessing when they went to the trademark, when they tried to trademark the name, the name Evil Lair was already taken, so they just went with Club Merc instead.
Yeah.
That it
All right,
always
go ahead,
seems to be
Sturgis.
that
Let's
his
see what he got to
detractors
say.
are so fascinated by the fact that there's a cross above Isom's junk. Like, why are you so fascinated with another man's penis? Like, it seems to me like you got.
Well, he's not a man. He's a comic book character. He's a drawing, so he could have looked any way they wanted him to look, and for some reason they decided to put a cross like in his groin area for some reason. And I think Eric July is mad that people figured out he gets his power from Jesus stuff so easily. Like that was gonna be his big swerve.
That was gonna be his reveal. That was his Thanos snap right there.
Yep.
He ruined Ben Pie.
Nope.
Most superheroes have their main symbol right prominent on their chest.
On their chest, yeah.
The Superman S or the fucking Green Lantern thing. It's like when you put it right above their inches above his dick, yeah, it's gonna spawn a few questions as to the placement of that because it's so outside the norm for those kind of characters.
Right.
I got news for you. It probably means you're gay because you're kind of fascinated over the fact that there's a cross above a character's junk. You might wanna look inside yourself and see if.
Stop calling it junk. You're an adult man. Say dick or cock or something, man. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Look, it's not hard. Penis. See, I did it.
He he got a cross over his junk. What's the big deal? What's the BFD? It's like
Gay there, bud. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You can be gay, bud. It's fine.
So be ready to give him $40 for that. Like a year later, when the second comic book's ready to come out, I don't know if I would be as excited to give it a year later. I figure he'll probably have an 85% fallout rate, 15%.
I highly doubt he's gonna have anywhere near an 85%
This
fallout
is
rate.
he lied
And if you
talking about other people being fat. He's very bashful. That's why he can't face his cam.
I see. Yeah. It's the side view.
I mean, you can see a little bit of chub in those cheeks there, and you know that there's another chin hiding underneath that beard.
Almost definitely.
Actually watched Eric July's announcement trailer. He even said it himself that if he gets even a sixth of what he made from iSum 1, because he knows realistically he's not going to get $3.7 million for every single campaign, because he's just smart enough to realize that. He's a very smart dude.
You want to kiss him, don't you?
And if you actually watch that trailer, you will understand that he's not expecting every single person to essentially continue with iSum, and he's okay with that.
Retention of all these people who were on board the first book.
It will definitely be higher than a 15% retention, though.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to bring them all back the second time around. Maybe.
I think
and he doesn't expect to.
Second book was supposed to come out in March, original.
There was never a release date or a confirmation that it was coming out in March. This is another lie made by idiots on the internet.
Well, he's got the Kickstarter or whatever for it came out this.
He definitely doesn't have a Kickstarter or Indiegogo or use any of those type of sites.
The point, no. See, like, he's being so literal. Billy meant crowdfunding. He didn't mean literal, like, necessarily, like, Kickstarter or Indiegogo or anything like that. This guy does have the isms. He's got the ism-tism.
For sure.
Has his own website.
He's somewhere on the spectrum.
Yep.
He was smart enough to realize that it was stupid to give Indiegogo 5% or Kickstarter, whatever percent they asked for, cut from the comic book. He was smart enough to plan ahead and make his own website that he would get all the profit.
I'm sure that the labor it took to make that site and everything was definitely worth like the 5% that he saved on that too.
Yeah.
It's true, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just think that if Marvel and DC have a strong footing in Hollywood. Like, this is the problem. You're saying you could topple Marvel and DC.
He's never made that claim ever.
They have a strong footing in Hollywood.
Yeah, that was kind of the renaissance of Marvel was making these movies that.
Yeah, and now they no longer have a footing in Hollywood because majority of the movies they've come out with recently have all flopped.
How can you say that? How can you
like that? They literally just say stuff that is easily Googleable information.
Yeah. Yes.
How many of like the top 25 movies of like, or the top grossing movies of all time are like Marvel films at this point?
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania had a low opening weekend, so it was a flop. I'm pretty sure that shit did like $500 million already. Yeah. Right? Like if it cost them $200 million and they made $500 million, that's not a flop. I don't think you know what flopping means.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. Like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, budget about $300 million, box office $955 million, almost $1 billion in box office revenue. Yeah. Doesn't seem like a flop. I mean,
that's not including what the fuck they're making on like merchandising and licensing and shit, man. Like that Marvel machine is that Disney Marvel machine is insane. Like it's almost scary to me how they've found a way to take characters that nobody gives a shit about and then make movies and then have like 100 and then make hundreds of millions of dollars off the shit. Like nobody gives a fuck about the Guardians of the Galaxy. They made people give a fuck about the Guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy was kind of a dead franchise. I remember I used to collect the Marvel trading cards in the early 90s. And there was a Guardians of the Galaxy card. I'm like, what the fuck is Guardians of the Galaxy? Like, that's how I learned. It's not the same characters, not all of the same characters anyway.
No, I have Guardians of the Galaxy issue #1, right?
From the 70s?
Yeah, from the 70s. Yeah, my uncle gave me like a shit ton of comics to kind of get me jump started into the world of comics. Yeah. And Guardians of the Galaxy #1. I got Inhumans #1. I got a bunch of random stuff. Nobody gave a fuck about this Marvel prop. Nobody cared about these characters. And then Marvel found a way to make people give a fuck. Like people started caring about who Gamora was.
Right.
What?
Yeah, what a random character.
Yeah.
Spider-Man No Way Home, which by the way I haven't seen. Like I'm not saying that these movies are necessarily good just because they didn't flop, but it's just ridiculous to claim that they flopped. Like this one made almost $2 billion on a $200 million budget. How is that a flop?
No Way Home is currently number 7 on like the highest grossing film list. So yeah, that's probably not a flop.
Let's see. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. $250 million budget, $841 million box office.
Yeah. I think you could probably look at like maybe I think Black Widow probably did poorly because it came out during the pandemic. And I think they didn't they just release it like they released it in theaters but also on streaming platforms at the same time?
Yes, because that was because theaters were closed all over the country. So so they didn't make that big of a profit here.
Yeah, I could see them cherry picking that because I remember when the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey movie came out and it didn't do well, and I remember seeing a bunch of conservative comic book commentators talking about how it failed because of its wokeism, not because of the global pandemic that was happening, but it was wokeism. People was like, nah, movie was too woke. That's why nobody went and saw it. Nobody went and saw nothing at that time. Everything was closed.
Yeah. And I mean, for whatever failures Marvel has, you also have to like keep in mind the Marvel Cinematic Universe is currently the highest grossing franchise of all time. So they can afford a few misses here and there if they want to, try something different.
Yeah. And part of that highest grossing franchise is the sheer magnitude of films they've put out over the last few decades.
Right.
It's crazy.
And their TV shows that they've come out with are all terrible. But
Are they?
Jumping to the next clip here where he says, Nina's a pick-me, Flash is spineless, and Eric is talentless, so let's jump right into it.
Get this critical error wrong.
What are you talking about? She's like, look, I have the book now, but 1 week ago I didn't read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she supported it at the very least.
Yeah, so just blindly supporting it and claiming it's good without reading it is our whole point.
I've bought plenty of things that I thought, this looks interesting. I'll try it. And then it was like, actually, this kind of sucked. Like, it wasn't great. And not everything you buy is good. Sometimes, you buy something and then you end up not liking it. That's just part of how it goes.
Nope.
He deserves some respect for actually buying the book and reading the book, like having the book with him. Unlike Dick Masterson, who has no respect for other people's work, that he wants to criticize. Got the book by PDF because he's too much of a brokey to actually...
Yeah, see, he says this about us all the time now, too. Because we chose not to buy the book, it's because we're broke. That means we're broke, and we just don't have the money. It's like, no, if we think something is shit, why are we going to pay for it?
Yeah. That was one of the complaints that we got online. It was just like, why complain about something? Like typically if you want to know if a book is good, you have to buy it in order to know if it's good or not. That's how commerce works, dummy. And I was like, that's not how libraries work.
Right.
Like that, their businesses. Like I used to literally just go in Barnes and Nobles and Borders and just read books and be like, all right, I don't like this one. This one is ass, but this one is dope. So I'm gonna go buy this and a bunch of other books from this author.
Yeah.
Paid for the book, even though people claim he's a millionaire, yet he's too broke to spend $35 on a book that he wants to criticize.
I now have it in hand, so here's
that might
proof,
actually
Dick.
be more of a statement than anything else. Like, imagine you are a millionaire and you're like, okay, well, this thing sucks so bad, I won't even spend $35, which is fucking meaningless to me, to buy your stupid book.
Mm-hmm.
I think that actually kind of carries more weight. So
wrong, even though I wouldn't know that.
It is proof that he's wrong. So
see, like their perception of Marvel flopping, their reason for that is because of all the woke shit, but. The Spider-Man movie, they race swapped Mary Jane, and it's one of the most successful Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Number 7 of all time.
That makes me laugh so hard.
Yeah, and Miles Morales, the Black Spider-Man guy, might be having like the best superhero run of all time right now. You know what I'm saying? Like the games of the games are making money like crazy. The movies are making it won the Oscar for best animated film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they just be like, oh, but it's like so they don't have issues with black characters living in black. I mean, like black characters living in black settings They show that it can make money. They did it with Spider-Verse. They did it with Black Panther, right? So they figured out a way how to do this.
Yeah.
I don't exactly know what. I'm sorry. Let me listen to Sturgis some more. I'm getting myself worked up. Let me back it up a little bit.
Essentially, calling out Dick Masterson is somehow terrible.
And if you didn't call me out 2 weeks ago for not reading it, all right, pick me. We got you, Nina. Pick me.
Oh, and he's about to simp so hard on this girl that he's about to defend here.
Oh, come on, man! Listen, you can't talk shit about us and be simping out here, bro.
Yeah.
You don't do that. You cannot make it this easy.
Yeah, because pick me is such a terrible insult considering how base Nina Infinity is. Shout out to her. And the fact that she's quite cute, bruh. I'm pretty sure you could never get a chick like that. So the jealousy is just showing. And on top of that, Cowboy Bebop's her favorite anime, so that's pretty A1 game right there in my book.
He's putting the feelers out there.
There's some strong Jared vibes here where it's like he's trying to hit on somebody, and then if he gets rejected, he's like, actually, I hated you the whole time. You suck.
Yep.
I'm pretty good with that.
Multiple times. About? He goes through the internal dialogue of him not being able to fly. You just tried to let.
Eric,
we need to rewind that.
Fly, you see right here?
You just went.
He's been hit by a car. See?
And the only thing this is doing for you is making you sound stupid, and it's gonna get her more subscribers, gonna get me more subscribers because we're not being disingenuous pieces of shit like you are.
These guys are so fucking dumb. They don't even realize it was their buddy that made the claim that he could fly.
I think he realizes it, and he's just, or maybe it is like pathological.
Either way, it's a bad look. Either way, it's a bad.
Yeah. During this stream, Eric July's buddy Yellow Flash makes the assertion that Isom can fly.
No, that's not his name. That's not his name. His name is not Yellow Flash.
Yes, that's his name.
Else.
That's his name.
No. Oh, come on.
So he makes the assertion that Isom can fly when Isom can't fly, and then Eric July does this weird like mental thing where he accuses Dick Masterson of saying it, but Flash said it. And so another one of Eric July's fans that are friends that didn't actually read Isom because he thought Isom could fly.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Can we also just take a moment to like the comic? This is the first comic in the Kelly Rippaverse. Am I incorrect? This is
you
the
are
first
correct.
Comic. Okay, this is the first comic. Why is it a story that's already in progress? Right? Like the comic starts with 2 weeks earlier. Why doesn't it just start on the first day of, like, why would it start 2 weeks early? Why wouldn't that just be the beginning of the story? They reference events in the comic book that happened previously, but this is the first book.
Yep.
Like, this isn't a criticism of ism. This is just what it is. This is just what the book is. Like, he makes references to shit in the book, like when he has the fight in the club against Big Black, right? I don't know his name. When he has the fight in the club against Big Black, they make a few references to let you know that they fought multiple times. And I'm like, wait, this is the first issue, but also they fought multiple times, and also he used to be a superhero, but not anymore, and we don't know his power set. This is a very strange. This is a very poorly written.
Look,
yeah, right.
And Flash not stepping in and trying to correct this means he's spineless.
Yes.
That's why he.
Flash doesn't need to step in. It's not his argument.
Oh, yes, it is. He was the one that made the claim that he could fly, and Eric July was attacking Dick Masterson as if Dick Masterson has said it. And after that happened, Flash kept his mouth shut because he didn't want to admit that he didn't actually read the comic book because he thought Isom had powers that he clearly doesn't have.
That is fucking hilarious.
Yes.
He really doesn't have to do anything. It's not his argument. He's here to host the people on the show. If he doesn't want to give commentary, he doesn't have to.
He gave commentary. That was wrong.
You want to know what the worst thing about this? Eric July released a trailer for Ism #1, and in the trailer for Ism #1, he gives you more of a story in the trailer than he does in the actual comic book. Like, he tells you backstory and motivation for the characters. Like, and he'll be like, and then he says, then we're gonna answer all these questions that they don't actually answer. Like, it is almost infuriating that this man has made millions of dollars off of this shit. I'm just like, you know what? I'm about to start going on TV and just spouting conservative talking points for $1. All right,
yeah.
Because it worked for him. I'm gonna try it myself too.
He's the yellow Flash because he's got a yellow spine, and Eric July is either
yet another more successful YouTuber than you, and your entire posse that you got here.
Dumb or disingenuous. I don't know which is worse.
So, I have to go do a work dinner.
Sure. Right.
I'll see if you guys are still streaming by the time I get
Yes,
back. But I do
yes.
want to say, like, the thing about, like, the whole grifter
Is that
kind of
Jefferson
comics
Aloysius Beauregard holiday?
It is, yeah.
It is, yeah. All right.
thing is, there's
really no such thing as the grifter comics thing. If you must know, I've supported plenty of Comicsgate books, and I've received them all.
legitimate criticism to be made for Comicsgate. Like,
Yes, legitimate Comicsgate criticism for Comicsgate from all the 3 She books that I've received. You know, She, Return of the...
Yeah, no, I don't think we've ever said that people pay for the books and never get them. This is a weird straw man he's pulling out right here. I have never claimed that people didn't get the books. I'm just saying the books are trash. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. The bag of shit can arrive at your door. That doesn't mean it's not a bag of shit.
Right.
Right.
Warrior, She Hayako, She Omnibus, She Sakura, so 4 books. My Cyber Frog 2, my Cash Grab, my Starlight Cats, my Inglorious Rex, my... Well, when Doug TenNapel was part of it, my Earthworm Jim 1 and 2.
Doug TenNapel is a friend of our show. I don't agree with a lot of his views, but he's always been a nice guy to me, and I do like his artwork and stuff he's created.
Yeah, I suspect that the Earthworm Jim 1 and 2 are probably better than Isom.
Yes, easily. He's a good writer. You know,
that
like,
would be interesting to know if Earthworm Jim had strong opinions about the Jews, though.
But somehow, criticism, yes, criticism.
that Comicsgate has a place. I actually do think so. If you feel kind of disenfranchised and you want some more art that is more along the lines of what you enjoyed in the past, like, I support.
You know, I was just thinking, as an aside, we'll get back into this. I was just thinking, I think it was kind of a blessing in disguise that boxing match that Billy was going to have got canceled, because he would have been going in there with this heart condition. Who knows what would have happened? You know? Yeah. That's just crazy to think about.
People making that kind of art. If they want to do it, fucking do it. It's fine.
Yeah.
But, like, you're going to have to pick better people than Eric.
Because that's one of the criticisms people seem to always have with Comicsgate, saying that they deliver late books and people don't get their books. I've gotten every single book that I've ever ordered from Comicsgate.
Cool. Okay,
Oh, and also,
but here's the thing. Even if this guy has gotten every book that he's ever ordered, that doesn't mean that literally every person that has ordered these books has gotten them, right?
Right.
So how exactly is this one fucking example supposed to disprove anything?
It's just anecdotal bullshit.
He's arguing a point that nobody made.
Right. It's totally irrelevant, and it's like he's not even like actually debunking anything in the process. So why are we having this conversation?
Alamo as well.
Lie, because he's a talentless fuck and he just ripped you off.
He's such a talentless fuck and he ripped you off. Well, meanwhile, I got three copies of Isom #1.
He bought 3 copies of the same book with a different cover.
Right. Well, you have to have an extra one to keep sealed, so that way you can sell it later on when the series becomes like a fucking fantastic smash hit.
Well, you know what? You know what? I did this when they kind of like rebooted the X-Men comic books. They stopped making the Uncanny X-Men and like rebooted it, and they took the X-Men and split it into 2 teams, the gold team and the blue team. And and the new issue #1 had like all these different covers, and I bought every one of them.
Oh yeah, that you remember that one of them was like kind of like a silver, like like almost an aluminum kind of cover. Isom
has
that book right now.
I think the new Isom has like the gold, like the
Ism.
Yeah, Ism.
You gotta call it Ism.
I've got the Dokuman cards. I've got 5 shirts. I've got a poster, and I've got a hat. Totally ripped me off with all those terrible, things that don't exist that I actually.
Yes, nigga, they got you.
I think they deserve it.
God, Jesus. Hey, no, I'm sorry. I just hope that, listen. I hope my
He's
girlfriend
bragging
can
about
learn.
falling for the grift by buying all the stuff from the grifters. Good job, husky lad.
You can't make this up.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. I hope my girlfriend can learn to gargle my balls the way he has learned to gargle Eric July's balls, okay?
Right.
This man is like, I bought the comic 3 times, and a hat, and a mug, and I subscribed to him on Patreon. It's like, shut up.
He's not a snake oil salesman. I got my snake oil right here. See,
I'm not getting attacked by any snakes, am I? Fucking brilliant, God, amazing,
July.
amazing. Wow,
That's actually sells very well in the aftermarket, by the way.
I think all these anti-woke people deserve shit writing from a shit writer.
I mean, I've had
Totally shit writer, yeah. Meanwhile, majority of the people that said they read the book said the book was actually great, which it was.
Lies! Lie! That is a lie. That is a fucking lie right there. That is a lie. There's no way anybody read Ism #1. It was like, you know what is great? This book. Nobody. You are lying. You are being disingenuous.
Does he have a fucking badge or something that you have to present to show I read the book, so my opinion is informed by reading the book? How is he getting this information that all these people liked it?
It's a great book. My favorite part is the part where he flies.
Woke people want anti-woke comic books, and somebody's willing to make an actually anti.
And Eric July never claimed that it was an anti-woke comic book. He only claimed that it was going to be fun, entertaining, back to
so he lied.
Comics used to be.
And it's not anti-woke. It is actually the most woke book I've ever read. I've read recently.
This guy reacted to you saying that, and he got so butthurt. We'll get to that in one of these.
Really? Oh,
yes.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Stop one of the clues bombs on them watching the shit show.
Down to normal mainstream comic books do.
Woke comic that they're going to fucking like. I don't have a problem with it because that's just art, man. It's whether I'm gonna like it or not. It's whatever, they can do it.
There's tons of it out there. These people are too lazy to find it.
Oh, they're saying you're too lazy, you're too stupid, essentially, to find anything outside of Comicsgate or anything that you guys watch, people that you watch that make comic books. You're too lazy to go find the independent comics out there. I'm pretty sure they're not.
These people These people are being cornered by their anger and hatred. They're being grifted on purpose.
Right. Oh yes, the anger and hatred of having their favorite franchises be torn down and their favorite characters being emasculated. Yeah, totally anger and hatred.
Because they don't look outside of the box. There's so much good shit out there they would love if they could find it, but they will never find it because they literally spend their time watching.
I mean, you literally spend your time ankle biting at Eric July. So who's really wasting their time? The people that are ankle biting at Eric July that have seen no success or no growth from it? Or the people who are just out there trying to enjoy fun, entertaining content from a content creator they like?
By the way, everyone watching right now, please like the stream if you haven't already. Please give the stream a like.
Hilarious.
The people wasting their time are probably the ones ankle biting the ankle biters.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Okay, all right.
All
right. I'm in it.
Here's the next video.
How does this keep happening? Fuck. He's not getting any better at this. You would think there'd be some improvement over these videos.
No.
Here, which I was informed that I was talked about on their 5-hour live stream, and this is where it started. I think it actually started a little bit later. So it starts about here, right? Because I talk about these weird dudes, these two dudes here. And I call them fat, and I tell them how much they're fixated on a cross above a fictional character's penis. And they get really mad about that for some reason.
It's fucking weird, dude.
I'm not mad about it. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, I listen. I love his magical chastity belt. Okay, that's great.
I'm not saying it's good or bad. I just think it's fucking strange. How do you ignore that?
Exactly.
we get very mad about it that they spent about 40 minutes of this live stream talking about my video. And then, of course, they decide to expose themselves for who they are, about what they think about Christians, of course. That's exactly what they decide to do in this clip. So thank you, Rippaverse, that we're going to listen to and make fun of.
Yeah, listen, that makes sense. It makes sense that like hardcore Christians would be huge fans of ism. That tracks. That fucking makes sense. That makes sense.
That's where he got his fucking powers from.
Yeah. I get my powers from Jesus.
Not they're trying to better themselves. They shouldn't be allowed an opinion on the creation of art, especially if they're the type of people that will spend money to support something void of art.
Yeah,
totally void of art. Not made and not, drawn and inked and colored by some major veterans in the comic industry. But because it's Eric July that has the comic, right? It's Eric July that's writing the comic. It's devoid of art, and no one should be able to criticize or critique or talk.
I'm looking at this guy's Twitter right now, and he's a big Castlevania fan. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which is a great game.
Yeah,
it's a dope game. Yeah.
Talk about it.
Also, the Castlevania anime on Netflix is also fucking fantastic.
Now I want them. Now I want them to race swap Simon Belmont so badly.
I don't think I'd actually be mad by that. I think that would be for
Tyrone Belmont.
There's like an entire fucking lineage of Belmonts. I don't care if one of them is Tyrone Belmont. That could
exactly.
Actually
be on it. Well, we're letting you have your opinions on it, right? No one's silencing you and making sure you can't have an opinion on it.
Okay, what's your
point? But at the same
point?
time, most likely you didn't read it. You didn't read the Rippaverse book. More than likely, you didn't read ISOM 1.
I mean,
it's just crazy.
We read it. We read it.
Crazy to me.
Problem isn't with them trying to better themselves. It's them defending this piece of shit comic book.
So again, that's your opinion. That's an opinion, bud. Do you not know what an opinion is? Do I have to help you?
Okay, opinions can be right. Like, just saying it's an opinion doesn't mean it's not valid.
Yeah.
The definition of an opinion.
Yeah, I know the definition of an opinion, and my opinion is right. So
somebody in the chat earlier had said that like he's just like him and his audience are really just like mad that they spent this $35-$45 on these books, and it's bad, and they have to fight with everybody to defend their decision to spend that much money on this terrible comic.
And
that's fine. It's like if you like listen, some people don't like smoking like gas or loud. Some people like smoking mid. Okay.
Exactly.
And like that's okay. It's like it's not as good, but you get more of it, right? Except with ism, where you don't get more of it. You just spent $45 on just something that wasn't good. He basically gave you oregano, is what he gave you.
Ah! Yeah, you're trying to buy a bag of weed, and it was like pencil shavings in a bag.
Yeah. Smoking that shit like Mufasa from the gangsters.
Damn.
Opinions are something you can have about something, whether it be a movie, a video game, a TV.
A Gideo game.
I love Gideo games.
Gideo game.
Yeah, look, I play it on actual hardware. You know, Gideo games are great.
Gideo game.
A movie, a Gideo game, a
Gideo game.
TV show. You're allowed to express your thoughts about something and not be necessarily true.
Okay.
You guys are smooth brain. You really don't understand actual fucking depth of storytelling. You just want to support somebody who says, the woke is bad. Okay, cool. I'm going to send all my money to you.
No, they want to defend somebody and give money to someone who doesn't.
I will say I can tell he uses the Brave browser, which I also support. See, I'm trying to find some common ground here. Oh, dude, you know how when it shows you like what's happening, it's like tailored to your Twitter usage? Look at the last one. Autistic Pride Day.
Wait, I can't see it. What does it say? The mask. I can't read it.
So it shows like the Baltimore Orioles at the Chicago Cubs, and then there's Cobra Kai, there's Hugs, HUGGS, which I'm not sure what it is, and the bottom one is hashtag Autistic Pride Day.
He's letting us know.
Yeah,
he loves rippatism because anyway.
Doesn't,
leave it alone.
For the most part, disrespect them as a fan, and then gives them good product at the same time.
Lies.
We're going to give you a good product, and we're not going to disrespect you in any way. We're not going to tell you you're a terrible person for supporting it. And then we're going to take the money and...
I don't think you're a terrible person. I just think you're not very smart. Like, I don't know anything about you, so I don't know if you're a good or terrible or whatever kind of person. So I'm not making those judgments. I just think you're letting your political views inform what type of products you're a consumer of.
Yeah, and you might be getting bad. Like, listen, if you're getting your information from the Blaze, you're getting bad intel, bro.
Yeah,
like the Blaze isn't like actually news. Like, and that's not me saying it as like a hater, right? Like, I went to school for journalism, and I'm telling you, I'm trying to be helpful. The Blaze is not news, right? You could be a fan of it, right? Like, if it speaks to your core value system, more power to you, right? But it is not news. Like, they misrepresent the truth on a consistent basis.
Someone pointed out that it says trending in West Virginia, which I would think means that this guy lives in West Virginia, which, man, I mean, that's the state where you're most likely to be missing at least one tooth. That seriously. And
once again, Ben Pye with the random factors of information. I love it.
I believe West Virginia is in the top 3 highest obesity states in the country.
Yeah, but those fats don't count as the fat. He's only like, when he talks about the fats, he's only talking about fats that don't like Eric July. That's all. Not those fats. He's not talking about West Virginia fats. He's talking about other fats. And then, those West Virginia fats aren't fats, they're buff.
Oh, I see. That's how it works.
Reinvest it back into the business and give you more good product. More of what you want. It's called listening to your customer, listening to your fan, listening to your reader, which is something the mainstream comic industry does not.
If that's what you're going to suggest is happening, maybe the fucking, listening to the reader is not a great strategy, because it's revealing how, poor taste they must have if they find this to be good, and that's what he's doing.
It is not. I challenge anyone. I would love to have this dude come on the shit show just so we could talk, just so we could discuss ism. It's just like, look, ism is bad. Change my mind.
He's tailoring it to the they have real bad taste.
I want to point this out. West Virginia confirmed most obese state. 40.7% of their population is obese.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. They
like, you don't got a lot of people that live there, and most of them are fat.
Yep.
Ain't that some shit?
They're 50 out of 50 in public health and health care. It's pretty bad place to live. It has beautiful countryside, but because I grew up in Ohio, it borders West Virginia. It is true, like, hillbilly shit going on there.
Yeah, it is definitely the least popular Virginia of all the Virginias. That
do, which is what Eric July is providing. And simple basic concepts like this are lost on fucking brainlets like you.
Because you dislike Black Little Mermaid too. Let's go.
Yes, I dislike my characters being tokenized. Plain and simple.
So wait a minute. So wait, a Black Little Mermaid is tokenized, right? I thought America was supposed to be a meritocracy, right? Where the best person got the job because they were the best person. So who was a better singer than Halle Bailey? Who was the white person that didn't get that job because are you saying that she can't sing? Or are you saying that, like, mermaids can't be black? What's the issue here?
Yeah.
Right now, Little Mermaid is looking to be a flop. I can't tell you that for sure. I'm not a box office number expert, but
You don't need to be an expert to read the reports. Yeah.
You can just Google that shit.
I
am
are
curious.
pretty easy to understand. Like they'll give you 1 through 10 on stuff, and you just look at the number.
Based on numbers, based on production budget, based on marketing numbers, it's looking to be a flop. Because people are sick and tired of the same old song and dance of race swap this and race swap that, and if you don't like it, you're an ist, you're a phobe, you're this, you're that. People are tired of it.
Racist, man. Just say racist.
Do something better. What, you can't do something better?
Well, they're clearly doing something better since they're making more money than Marvel graphic novels. They're making characters that don't have to be rebooted 6, 7, 8, 9 times like Captain Marvel or Kamala Khan.
I mean, a character that's been around that long gets reboots. It's
just
yeah.
It's a thing that's going to happen over time because there's only like so many stories you can tell in like one version of a character before they've done like fucking everything. Like, look at the MCU. Like, you know, they had to retire Captain America. It's like sometimes your character's story arc is done and you need to do something different with them.
Stretchy McGee.
That's how good writing works.
$45. Might as well send another 40.
Or discount Mr. Fantastic.
35 for issue 2. Maybe.
The comic book is $35. I'm sorry that you're a brokey. Dude, like, why do you sound like that?
It's funny. Like, if this guy lives in West Virginia, it's hilarious that he would call people brokies. Like, it's one of the cheapest states to live in the entire country. Because no one wants to live there.
That is funny as shit. Also, I just looked it up. Little Mermaid made $560 million worldwide so far.
What was the budget?
250 or 260.
Okay, so it's about double.
It made about double. Yeah.
I don't
and
like.
Keep in mind that it's been out about about 6 weeks, 8 weeks maybe.
I was never a fan of the Disney princess movies. And the live action ones look bad to me, worse than the animated ones. Just me personally.
I'm not a huge fan of the live action films, but like, you know what I do? I just don't watch them.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch The Little Mermaid. I didn't watch any of these. I didn't watch the Beauty and the Beast or any of them. So
yeah, I saw Beauty and the Beast, and I think I saw what was did they do a Cinderella movie? There was another live action.
I think so, or I don't know.
Sleeping Beauty, maybe? No, they did.
He's gonna be mad. He's gonna be mad because they have a Latino actress playing Snow White coming out here. I remember seeing that. That's kind of funny. Love it.
Oh,
sound like that.
That'd be funny.
And besides that,
Well, I mean, look, like, it makes sense when they say like she's got like jet black hair. I'm like, yeah, well that'll get it. You know, Latino girls. As a giggle says, Mulan is so bad it's good. I haven't watched Mulan. The only one I watched was I went to the theater and saw the live action Beauty and the Beast when it came out, and I was like, huh.
I would love
and
it.
That was as big a reaction as I gave it. Was just, huh.
They should race swap Mulan, make her not Asian, like anything else but Asian.
Oh,
that would be funny.
Yeah, and look, let not Kate Blanchett. Who's the chick that played the what's her name? Tilda Swinton. Let Tilda Swinton play Mulan. Right.
I like
Let's
that.
go see that movie. I think it would be great.
It's $35.
It'll get better.
Nope.
What? I'm $4,000 into this ISOM fucking Indiegogo, and
again, it's not an Indiegogo. It's
we know.
Who cares? The books are already done. Typically, people who use Indiegogo or Kickstarter are typically getting their stuff funded, whereas Eric July already has the product. So it's a pre-order campaign for people who are interested in purchasing a product that's already finished. Not for stuff that's a work in progress.
the story's still not better. Well, at least they're not going to race swap ISOM.
At least they're not going to preach down to me like current Marvel and DC.
And this is the thing. We're not commenting on his dick. We're commenting on the fact that he took a fucking.
Do we have to pull up the video where you're literally commenting on the fact that
He's explaining what we're talking about.
Maybe let him finish a fucking sentence before you start the criticism.
There's a cross above his dick. You mention his dick specifically with the cross over it.
Christian symbol and plastered it right above the superhero's dick to pander to the Christians that don't question when writing is poor. Based on the success of the Bible, we know they don't question poor writing.
That was a terrible thing.
That was a terrible thing. See, he's trying not to laugh at it. It's funny because you can tell he wants to laugh. Look,
So now you're saying
he wants to laugh. He's holding it. It's going all that laughing. Like you holding the laugh, it turns into a fart. Okay, he should just go ahead and laugh now while he's got the chance.
Christians are stupid. So you're basically saying all Christians are dumb.
Did he say that? I don't think so.
That's exactly what you're saying.
No, it's not. Okay, first it was basically what he was saying, and then it was exactly what he was saying. Okay.
Which is the problem that people have with mainstream comics. You continuously tell your audience that they're dumb.
So if I use the term Band-Aid to explain that somebody had to bandage their fucking cut, it's
no, he didn't use Band-Aid brand.
It's to speak to the greater fucking audience and not the ball-washing fan that wants to hold everybody accountable for not knowing 100% every detail of Eric July's crusty fucking beard.
It was.
So again, talking a bunch of noise, saying a bunch of dribble, not knowing what you're talking about.
No, we're responding.
Beard, it's not crusty.
So, what are you getting at here?
We're explaining that you're being too literal. Your points are way too literal, dude.
Yeah, very. But I've been wondering this whole time: is he doing that on purpose?
No,
or is he just dumb?
Well, it is Awareness Month or whatever, right?
See, the thing is, it takes critical thinking to actually understand the spirit of the argument and not just the literal words of it.
Exactly.
I feel like this is like along the lines of like, you know, people that felt like the election was like news pundits that said the election was stolen for Trump, right? I mean, stolen against Trump, but they didn't actually like believe that. They were just saying it on TV. Like that's what his defense feels like. It feels very like I'm saying this because I'm supposed to say it, not necessarily because I believe it.
I feel like this guy believes it. Like he's just
I think he's
a follower.
genuinely just dumb.
Okay, all right. I'm trying to give Sturgis benefit of the doubt. Well, let's see. This should be this whole episode should just be trolling, not a troll. Is this guy trolling? Like, does he really believe what he's selling?
I think he does.
We could do a poll for this, right? Yeah, I think that'd be interesting.
Okay, hold on. I'll make a poll.
Anything of substance for me to actually give a shit about.
For all of the Eric July fans that were mad that we said it was a horrible story, now that we realize it,
A horrible story that they never read.
doesn't matter.
We definitely read it.
Again, it's an opinion. You're allowed to have the opinion and say it's a horrible story.
It's a horrible story, and you were only supporting for the ideology. I apologize.
Nobody supports it for the ideology because it was never...
There are a whole bunch of people that bought it and never read it for the ideology.
They literally say that on his website. They was like, hey, listen, I've never bought a comic book in my life. I don't really believe in reading. You know what I'm saying? But I bought this because I support your political views. There are literally people on his website that say exactly those words.
Advertised as a political comic book or an anti-woke comic book. It was marketed as a fun and entertaining return to form of superhero comics. But again, it's always lost on room temperature IQ. Brainlets like this guy. It's because there's so much fat on your body that it's
is that why?
Your mental ability to understand why the product is doing so.
Is that what fat does? Thank you.
You guys keep pumping Eric July's crayon fund so he can use his crayons to draw cool superheroes.
Crayons. Sound it out, buddy.
You said Gideo games.
Yeah, I wouldn't be throwing shade here.
Crayons.
Stories about himself.
Crayons.
Punching
also,
fucking
if you
dog.
actually watch the show, you would know that like Billy has this thing where he intentionally likes to pronounce words wrong to piss people like you off. So,
club promoters.
And
Yeah, he's attributing it to Dick Masterson when Flash said it, and Flash is too much of a coward to speak up and correct Eric July because he's part of the fucking ball washer clique. Welcome to your fucking Alpha Force, the Beta Force ball washer clique.
Alpha Core, the multiracial task force of
you mean the ripoff of General Zod and his two followers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's exactly what it is. You know, with Braxwell and Juan Valdez and fucking great, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Listen, I enjoyed reading Ism the first time. Then I didn't enjoy it the second time. Then I enjoyed it a whole bunch when I realized how woke it was the third time. I was like, oh, this is brilliant. This man snuck in all types of woke shit in this comic book.
It's that woke.
Do y'all just have this like fascination with balls and dicks or something?
Billy does, not me.
Yeah.
Because it's okay if you're gay. I mean, we'll accept you regardless.
What do you mean we'll accept
It's
you?
very interesting how everything comes back to balls and dicks.
It does with him.
It's very weird that you want to instill your gay fantasies on other people and can't just simply accept that people like a comic book made by an independent creator that you don't like because they have different politics than you. It's okay for you to have your own opinion.
No, the politics is like baked into the story.
Opinion and your own politics. But what you're essentially doing is you're talking shit about the people that like it because you don't like Eric July.
I don't know Eric July, but he seems very insecure.
I found like one positive review. I mean, there are plenty, right? But I found a positive review of Ism #1, and this guy said one of the things that he loved about Ism #1 is that it doesn't perpetuate negative stereotypes about black people. It doesn't pander to black people because Avery Ism owns land, and he loves that it pushes it subverts reality. You know, with the expectation that black people can own.
But
land.
hold on, the other black character owns a nightclub and has a criminal enterprise, right?
Yes, and cornrows, and at least one gold tooth in his mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that like Luke Cage? Wasn't that like what that whole fucking like season was about with the fucking nightclub?
Yeah. The Harlem's Paradise, something Paradise. Yeah,
Harlem's Paradise.
Yeah. I actually I'm in the process of watching or finished. I never watched all of those Marvel Netflix shows, so I decided to start from the beginning and watch them all again. And I just finished Daredevil season 3. We're about to watch Punisher season 2 now.
You're watching them chronologically.
Yeah, I'm watching them chronologically, and then after that, Jessica Jones 3. And I was I'm a fan. Like outside of Iron Fist, like Iron Fist and the Defenders.
It's a little weak.
Yeah, Iron Fist was a little, I blame Finn Jones for that. All right, you don't play a martial artist, you should learn to fight.
I did enjoy them all, but definitely Iron Fist was the weakest one of the bunch.
Oh, for sure.
I've been I've watched a couple episodes of the new one with it has Nick Fury in it and
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion, and it has the woman that played the Khaleesi.
Yes.
From Game of Thrones.
Emilia Clarke.
Yes. Yeah.
Again, you have an opinion on a book that you've never read, probably will never read, and just
how can you say that with such confidence?
There's fucking video evidence of us reading it.
Yeah.
It is a provable fact.
Yes.
Dick Masterson came out the woodwork and got called out by multiple people, and he apologized to Eric July and is still to this day talking shit about Eric July's comic, even after apologizing in a live stream. Just shows how much you and every other detractor lives absolutely rent-free. How Eric July lives rent-free.
He almost said it the opposite way. He look at him stop himself. He's like,
and every other detractor lives absolutely rent-free.
It was a Freudian slip. He was trying to say all the detractors live absolutely rent free in Eric July's head, and then he was like, "Oh shit! I mean, he
Fuck,
he
that's
lives
actually
in."
true.
I
no,
know!
need to do it the other way.
Well, Eric July lives rent free in all of your heads.
I want to believe he's a troll because the way he looks so dumb all the time is so funny. I want to believe it's just this very elaborate character that he's playing.
I would respect it more if it was a troll, but I don't think it is.
Neither does the voting public.
Jeez, and what's the percentages at right now?
77% say he's genuine and not a troll.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that this guy believes what he's saying. I think he's just saying it because he has to defend the fact that like he made a bad decision, right? He made a bad investment in this company, and now he's trying to save face, and that's okay, right? Like sometimes we make a bad. Listen, I had an opportunity. Like somebody asked me what movie was gonna be bigger, E.T. or Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo. I chose wrong. Okay, I chose wrong. I chose Breaking. We don't always get the decisions right, and it's okay to get the decisions wrong sometimes.
Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit that like button, comment below what you feel about all this, subscribe for more content, and hit the bell for notifications. Click on the bell and set it to all, that way you get notifications anytime I post a new video, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace.
All right, here's a little more of this guy.
Where you have this guy. I think his name is Big Fridge or whatever.
Billy the Fridge.
Lie. He knows Billy's name.
He admits he's obsessed.
Let's see.
Yeah, like say what you want about.
He's being Billy's being sarcastic here.
Drunken Peasants podcast, our hatred for Eric July.
Yes, you have a lot of it. And
Do
your
we?
podcast is not growing.
Everything else, beyond the blind obsession for Eric July, everything else is highly entertaining. So Rippaverse Goalpost was just here watching the show, having a good time, eating like, I don't know, a fucking tub of popcorn with a dick hole cut out in the bottom.
That's so weird. Like, these dudes are always talking about penises. Like, dude, we get it.
He's
You
not.
like to
He's not
project your
wrong.
Weird fantasies on
Yeah.
people.
He's not wrong.
It's
He's not
okay.
wrong.
This is the one take that he's gotten
Broken
right so
clock
far
and
out of
all.
both these. Yeah.
Good time. And then Eric July got brought up because of our obsession, and they had to call us
Yes, you are obsessed.
out on it. Thank you for keeping us honest, Rippaverse Goalpost. Half of the shit you post about me is like a fucking a highlight reel of all the badass shit I say. I love it.
It's a highlight reel of how stupid you sound and how obsessed you actually are. But I'm here to call out your nonsense because you openly, disingenuously lie about people, and that's something I can't deal with. That I hate people who openly lie about other people, and it's annoying.
He says as an Eric July fan.
Right.
I don't think he actually knows what sarcasm is.
Nope.
I don't think he could. No.
I think that
Is he Drax? Is he Drax from the Guardians? He takes everything literally. Is that what it is?
I think so.
I really want to believe this guy is just like he's this is a grift right now. He doesn't buy what he's saying. He's just saying it because he feels like he has to. I don't believe that he believes this.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, Billy the Fridge. It's Mr. Billy the Fridge.
He's wearing an ISOM t-shirt in this video.
Shut up.
He is.
No, that's
From
the
the
thing.
Drunken Peasants. Oh my god. I'm gonna dress in drag and read ISOM to your kids at the public library.
Drag Queen Story Hour featuring ISOM.
Yeah, listen. If you need the kids to go to sleep immediately, that'll do it.
Well, I got news for you.
Have 30 of those motherfuckers all slumped on the beanbag chair at once.
Besides that, you'd be reading a great story to children that isn't gonna indoctrinate them or.
What the heck? This is incredible. Okay.
Be reading a great story to children that doesn't indoctrinate them.
Okay.
Confused. They still understand it better.
I'm grabbing the video where he addresses you and Monty. Actually, let me just get it here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man, okay. I want to see. I'm excited. I'm always excited to see what people have to say about me.
I'm just gonna throw it in here right now because I didn't have it downloaded. I thought I did. Here it is. Here we go.
Oh, these are the two clowns that pirated someone. They have some knowledge to drop. Let's take a listen.
Eric July's ism number one.
Ism is spelled ISM. It seems like grammar is not your strong suit.
You don't play video games.
It just doesn't seem like it's your strong suit.
First entry into the Rippaverse is a fantastically diverse and inclusive woke comic book. It
is absolutely not woke.
Eric July and these Rippaverse guys won't even know what shaved him when I pull up.
There you go. I think that's Riley. Pretty sure.
Yeah. Shave away, Ace. Shave away.
These people don't even understand the definition of woke at all.
Shut up.
But let's listen to what he has to say.
Okay, all right, let's see what. Okay, I didn't see this. I didn't know that they posted this. This is news to me. All right, here we go.
Diverse, yes.
Probably one of the most woke, diverse, open-minded, politically man. Eric July.
Not a single moment of this book do they shove political or social issues down your throat.
That's not true. I bring receipts.
Yeah,
bring receipts.
I think there's Jesus about to be shoved down people's throats. Pretty sure.
Something that's woke, and also was never advertised as anti-woke either.
Listen, I had no idea. I didn't know what I was going into reading this comic book. I had no idea your shit was so woke, man. Listen, Zoe.
I also had no idea you were so broke that you couldn't afford to buy the comic book. You had to pirate it.
That's true. That's why I have to wear the same mask every time you see me. I can't afford new masks. I just re-wear the same one over and over again. After the show, I just rinse this motherfucker off and just put it back on my face.
He's in one of my previous videos, so on my channel, where he literally shows himself pirating the comic book.
First off, it opens with commentary. The book opens with commentary about how crooked politicians take advantage of public funding, how the former governor Schrack was using funds that belonged to the south side, okay, which the black side of town, right? And after the funds were reallocated, crime went down, okay?
Okay, so considering that I actually own the book, I can say I bought the book. And
you seem like an idiot because of that.
With my hard-earned money, unlike your brokey
Now
ass.
he owns three of the book, remember?
Yes.
Over the book, right? Let's go over the part that you're talking about. So we're going to open up to where you're talking about.
It's the first panel. First panel.
This first part of the issue. So, the dialogue reads, we've seen violent crime decrease by 12%.
He's going to read.
We're only 6 months into my term. To which a guy responds, what do we have to do to get some credit around here? Well, he did finally reroute those funds. Former Governor Schrack left the South Side high and dry. And we can't forget about those masked weirdos helping us out from time to time. They've been killing it lately. Have you seen the chick with the red hair? She could do some things to me.
She could do some things to me.
I hear Alpha Core hasn't been needed for months. And who's the new dude that, get the hell out of my office? This is, of course, like the first couple of panels here.
Okay.
So again, tell me how that's woke in any way.
No, he cut it off. He purposefully cut it off. He stopped talking about the shit. He got right up to the point where I was making, and then he walked away.
Hello, everyone. I am Renowned Zero.
All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Let me shut.
No. I just opened another window because I wanted to find something.
Let me know in
else.
the comments section down below.
Commentary about crooked politicians, right? Okay. Then the Alpha Core is a multiracial task force. Okay. So I love one of the comic when the bad guy tells Avery, aka Ism. He says, you had both of your parents around, a good household. You were set up for success. That line is destroying the narratives that perpetuate negative stereotypes about black single parents. I agree. Oh.
That's just talking about. That's essentially talking about in general that when statistically a child has both the mom and dad in the household, they're more likely to succeed. That's literally all it is. They took it like
pause it. I'm pushing back against Sturgis here because this was two black men talking to each other in the comic. So like, you know, the bad guy, the gangster with the cornrows is looking at Avery and he's like, look, man, you had advantages I didn't have. You had both parents in your house. You had a good household. You came from a good household. You were set up for success, and then said you had all that shit and you went on to be nothing. And me, who's a gangster, look at all the shit that I've accomplished.
There you go.
You know, like he was trying to let you know in the comic book that just because you have all black people do not come from broken homes, and just because you have a solid home does not guarantee you to be successful. That's some woke shit to say in the comic book. That's some social justice warrior shit to say right there, brother.
Racial thing has nothing to do with race at all. It has to do with the simple fact of statistically proven that when a child has both the mom and dad in the household, they're more likely to succeed in life.
A black man.
It's not hard.
Thank you, Eric July. Okay? Listen, okay? They're letting you know that because they are black, they have to be fearful of law enforcement. He kept that real nigga shit.
Okay, so where I don't think it mentions anything about race at all.
It's a racially neutral comic, Hannibal.
It was. Yeah, it was the fact that it was two black people that were talking about. So you had two black people in the comic book talking about how they were afraid to get law enforcement involved. Right. Because they were afraid that the law enforcement would overreact to the situation. And then when the cops got to the club without verifying what happened, they saw Avery, aka Ism, a black man with a hoodie, and then they immediately pulled their guns on him. Right?
I think you're reading too far into this, Hannibal. You're just seeing things. You're seeing things that aren't there. Okay.
Listen, man. Look, it's not my fault that y'all like a woke comic. Okay. Don't look. Here's the thing. Just because the comic is woke, you should not love it any less, Sturgis. Okay. You loved it before. You bought it 3 times. You're wearing a nigga t-shirt. You love it. Okay. Admit you love a woke comic book. It's not a big deal.
I want to hear him admit it.
Yeah, just say it. Just say you love wokeism. All right, just say it.
I don't think it mentions anything about race in this book. Not in the slightest. I don't even think he mentioned the race.
In this comic, okay? It is woke, okay? Listen, man, the only complaint I have about this fantastically woke, diverse book, this inclusive woke book that speaks diligently on social commentary that affects African Americans, my only complaint is that if you're gonna write a book about niggas, have some niggas in the room when you write the book. Okay? That's my only complaint. Yeah. That's the only issue. Next time you write a book, Eric July, have some black people in the room so that way it sounds good. But I'm giving it a B+.
Okay.
Well, they're definitely not going to have you or the other guy in the room because you're clearly not intelligent enough to figure out that this book isn't woke. So
it's that woke.
These are the two clowns that.
Oh shit! All right, so
hilarious.
Okay. You know what, Hannah? Context clues are hard. All right, he's just not at the point where he can like understand these bigger picture concepts yet. Cut him some slack.
I think we got one more of this guy. What is this?
Hilarious.
Hello everyone, I am Renown Zero, and we are back again talking about yet more reverse detractors coming to us from the Rippaverse Gold Pulse Twitter account. He also let me know that it seems like the Drunken Peasants over here believe that they're somehow saying I'm triggered
You are.
Also, he's using the word Rippaverse fans and only talks about one singular fan, which is me. But it appears that in this video, they think that I am somehow triggered by two guests that they have. I guess their names are Hannibal and Monty.
I mean, how many videos have you done about this now? I'd say that probably qualifies.
Yes.
So they spend about, let's see, I say about 15 minutes covering my video, saying that I am triggered. No, I can't possibly be triggered by people that stole the book, admitted to pirating the book, and don't even know the definition of woke as it pertains to entertainment currently.
So we just don't know.
Real quick. Real quick. Okay, when I said I was gonna give away his comic for free at readtomemonty@gmail.com, that's readtomemonty@gmail.com. I looked at the screen and winked, so you knew I was joking. Okay, right? Readtomemonty@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the mask on right there. Y'all can't see it, bro.
So it seems like the dude on the bottom was over here, which you can't really see. It's behind me, right?
Okay.
This is a dude that claims to be over 400 pounds. You want to claim here that I am triggered by your two weirdo guests, who one's wearing a mask so it doesn't really show his face.
Hey, I think that's you. That's that guy.
Claims that Eric July is a bitch. Claims that he can take on Eric July, which will never be the case because he's fat too. And
dude, fat people can beat some ass. Just because someone's fat doesn't mean they can't beat some ass.
Like Tank Abbott used to knock motherfuckers out.
Butterbean?
Right. Yeah, Butterbean.
Look,
yeah. Fantastic.
I wouldn't take that threat from Monty lightly. I mean, he has fucked both of his parents.
Yes. So look, he's gonna take that literally. So when he responds to this, he'll be like, apparently the one guy, he fucked both of his parents.
I hope he does.
He's going to do that.
And they also get, they're the ones that get triggered by the fact that Eric July has a weight requirement to debate him, which the only people that get triggered by that are people that are actually fat.
No, well, first of all, I wasn't triggered by it. I just think it's a cop-out. It's a not so clever way to run away from any type of valid criticism against what you're doing. That's what I think it is.
So,
I mean, again, wipeout courses would be pretty fun, though.
He should have a weight requirement to buy the comic and then see how much money he makes then. Yeah.
Make him go through like an American Gladiator style tournament.
If Eric July fucking sets up a course like that, I will fucking do it. Just not even because I want to criticize it, just because it sounds like it'd be fun.
By the way, Netflix has a documentary on American Gladiators, and it's awesome. I've been watching it. It's like a multi-episode series. I watched it when I was a kid, and the Gladiators came to my town and did a live show, and I like met a bunch of them and got their autographs and shit. I was all about that show. I watched it every Saturday morning.
I love how they had like the fucking Nerf cannons that they would shoot at the people running around.
Yep.
It's great.
These are people that gain no subscribers
ever. This again. You will never have even half as many subscribers as we have. So why even bring this up?
That's not true. He could go on Fiverr and pay $5 a pop for a couple of years, and then he could buy a bunch of bot subscribers to his channel. He would have no engagement, but he could catch up.
I see.
And
we might get another awesome beat here.
Claim that I'm triggered by their weird asses. When my channel gained...
I like how he's triggered that we called him triggered. It's funny.
I can't believe they responded. I didn't even see the shit, man.
And it's like
if you're gonna talk shit about us, at least tag us in the shit talking, right? That's all. I just want to participate. I'm on Twitter not reading the comments about us, and I'm just like, nope. Not one person in the responses was like, man, he's wrong about this shit being woke. They just like, he's wearing a stupid mask.
Yeah.
Like, first off, my mask is boss.
If you're gonna fucking criticize him, go on fucking Hannibal's show. Like, it'll be fucking amazing for everyone involved.
Why is he wearing a GIMP mask? Because this is the mask your mom likes.
It's not a GIMP mask anyway.
Right.
GIMP mask is usually a leather mask with like a zipper for the mouth.
Here's my monthly views for June. Here's my monthly subscribers for June. And again, I thank everyone who has hit the subscribe.
Yeah, so you have so few subscribers that when you gain 180, it seems like a lot. And every channel has its peaks and it has its peak and then it has its decline. I don't understand. It's always the people that don't even get like 1,000 views a video and don't have even 1,000 subscribers that feel the need to talk shit about other people's stats. I don't get it.
Look, the day you got 180 subscribers was the most important day of your life. For Drunken Peasants, it was Tuesday.
It was just Tuesday.
I
appreciate any raw Julia quote somebody throws in a regular conversation. I just want you to know that, Jamarcus.
Videos. As I tend to cover all of this stuff and some pop culture stuff, and I hope to do some more comic reviews, some video game reviews, and video game news. But let's get back to the Rippaverse Goalpost account, because I didn't want to spend too much time on the drunken weirdos who claim that I'm somehow triggered by a bunch of guys who are so broke that they can't even buy a $35 comic. They say that it doesn't matter. They say, oh, this is trash, and they heard it's trash.
I could be a billionaire and I wouldn't have bought it. It has nothing to do with being broke.
Yet they read it and say it's woke, but seem to not really have read it.
We did read it. So there's that. There's this guy that we've been talking about for over 2 hours. This guy.
Oh man, what's his name? Roberto. I'm going to follow him right now. I'm gonna have so much fun with this.
Here, I'll post his Twitter in the chat here in the like Skype chat, so you can check him out right there.
Yeah, perfect. There it is. Thank you, Benjamin Pye.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
Of course. Wow.
I got to tell you, man, thank you so much for exposing us to the Rippaverse, because I didn't know who Eric July was, and I wasn't familiar with ism at all. And now this has been my favorite thing to do, is just like they get very, very upset, and they have terrible defenses for, like, look, listen, if you want to support Eric July and his comic book ism, right? If that's what you want to do with your money for whatever reason, more power to you, right? But don't act like this shit is good. Don't do it. Like, don't pretend like this is a good book. Okay, this ain't that.
Right. Yeah.
This ain't it at all.
Hannibal.
Like, oh, it's people, like if it was a good book from a conservative writer, I'd be like, man, this is a good book. Period. That's it. I don't care what your political affiliations are. I just want it to be good. And I'm just like, you spent $45 on a book that wasn't good. Oh no, wait, I'm lying. You spent like $150 on a book that wasn't good. Like, you bought it multiple times. You got a version of it sealed so nobody can touch it, so it won't lose its value. Like, a friend of mine who works in the comic industry, who is also like very pro-gate, and he's very pro, pro comic gate. He's right-leaning, kind of a libertarian, right? He was just like, yeah, man, I went to my local comic book shop to try to get a copy of Ism, and they had that shit in the discount dollar bin. Could you imagine, like, that? How much does that hurt? To be like you remember when you would go to GameStop back in the day, and like you just bought a game for like 60, 70 bucks, and then you try to trade it in, and they'd be like, we'll give you like 6 for it.
Yes.
It's like that happened to somebody with ism number 1.
It's the GameStop butt fucking.
They got him, man. It is. I'm just like, bro, you okay? It just, like I said, if you want to support it, but just don't say it's good. It's not good. This is not good content.
Yeah, and like you said, it's not just about hating on right-wing stuff, because I'm sure, if you looked at like Earthworm Jim, like you'd probably say that, yeah, that's probably actually really good, because Doug TenNapel, while we probably don't agree on like almost anything that he believes, is actually like good at writing and creating stuff.
We can't we're not going to deny the greatness of Earthworm Jim.
Yeah. Right.
You know.
Right. Yeah, and he didn't give, like, Jesus didn't give Earthworm Jim all of his powers, right?
Not that we know of.
Hannibal, I can't let you eat puffins. They are too adorable, by the way.
First off, when I go to Iceland, I will have a fried puffin.
We have them here. We have them here in Seattle. I was just at the Seattle Aquarium, and they have like mostly local wildlife there. And I saw puffins. Look at these puffins, dude. They're so cute.
Delicious.
Look at them.
They look delicious. God, man.
Look at them.
Fry them in like some grapeseed oil. You know what I'm saying? With a little bit of paprika on them shits. That should be delicious. Maybe a little bit of lemon juice. You know? Oh, some peppercorns.
No, too cute to eat. No. They swim around like. Oh, they swim around and it's adorable, man. Look at this. Look at this little thing doing that.
That shit's making me hungry is what it's doing right
No,
now.
you must not eat the puffin.
No. You can't eat the puffins in America. It is okay to eat them in Iceland, though. So when I go to Iceland and I go to the mountain with the unpronounceable name, I'm going to have me some puffin meat.
Oh, yeah. So now not only are the writers on strike, but the actors are going on strike too. And I didn't realize this. Fran Drescher is the president of SAG. Did you know that?
Oh God, no, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't mean to say, oh God, like I don't actually know anything about her outside of her TV show.
I had a crush on her when I was a kid. Like
I a little bit too. A little bit too.
Where is it?
I heard a little bit about this.
Yeah. There she is.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Duncan Crabtree Ireland, National Executive Director and Chief Negotiator for SAG-AFTRA. Yesterday, our union celebrated the 90th anniversary of the incorporation of Screen Actors Guild. During our nearly century-long existence, we've fought for and achieved countless gains for working actors. Today, we embark on a new important chapter in our union's history. Earlier this morning, the SAG-AFTRA National Board convened following 4 weeks of negotiations with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, the AMPTP. Because the AMPTP remains unwilling to offer a fair deal on key issues essential to protecting the livelihoods of working actors and performers, SAG-AFTRA's National Board unanimously voted to issue a strike order against the studios and streamers.
So nothing's going to get made now until this is over. Like, there's no actors and there's no writers.
From the time negotiations began on June 7th, SAG-AFTRA staff and the members of our negotiating committee have worked overtime, devoting their evenings, weekends, and holidays to achieving a deal that would ensure a sustainable future for the...
I remember the writer's strike, I think it was like 2007. It killed popular TV shows. Like, there was a show called Heroes. It was one of the biggest shows on TV. And the strike killed it. I think Breaking Bad, like, was off, like, they had to skip a season because of the strike. There was a whole bunch of, like, stuff that did not survive.
The thing is, the writer's strike did give us Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog.
I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, it's fucking awesome with like Neil Patrick Harris, and it was great.
Profession. But despite our team's efforts, the AMPTP has remained steadfast in its commitment to devaluing the work of our members. Actors deserve a contract that reflects the changes that have taken place in the industry. Unfortunately, the current streaming model has undercut performers' residual income, and high inflation has further reduced our members' ability to make ends meet. Additionally, industry expectations around
that's what's really fucking me is like inflation. Like the amount of money I make was like more than passable, and now everything's more expensive.
Everything costs more now.
And it's smaller, like food items. You're not only paying more, but you're getting less of it. There's like shrinkflation happening too.
Tape auditions mean performers are bearing casting costs that were once the responsibility of producers. To complicate matters further, actors now face an existential threat to their livelihoods with the rise of generative AI technology. We've proposed contract changes that address these issues, but the AMPTP has been uninterested in our proposals. Because of this, the board has determined that union members should withhold their labor until a fair contract can be achieved. A strike is an instrument of last resort. We've tried for 4 weeks to reach a deal with the AMPTP, and unfortunately, they have left us with no alternative. Although we're all disappointed with the AMPTP's reluctance to cooperate, the solidarity among SAG-AFTRA members has never been stronger. Based on the enthusiasm I'm seeing from everyone, I truly believe this union has the unity and the resolve needed to fight for the future of their careers. Due to the broad nature of our membership, this strike does not affect all members of all contract areas, just those working under the 2020 TV theatrical contract. Performers working in interactive entertainment, audiobooks, music, commercials, and other contract areas will not be directly impacted. The strike will begin at midnight tonight, and all of us, union members...
I want to hear what Fran Drescher has to say. Oh, here she is. She's 65.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
And thank you, everybody, for coming to this press conference today. It's really important that this negotiation be covered because the eyes of the world, and particularly the eyes of labor, are upon us. What happens here is important because what's happening to us is happening across all fields of labor by means of when employers make Wall Street and greed their priority, and they forget about the essential contributors that make...
That sums up YouTube also. I just want to point out.
That is literally like every fucking industry in the United States.
I literally just saw an ad on Instagram today with this guy that was like, hey, rappers, are you tired of paying way too much money for beats, or have you had your project slowed down or stopped because a producer wanted too much money for beats? Well, look, subscribe to my course and I'll show you this AI generator that'll make beats for you for free. I'm just like, yeah. So this thing, it's jeopardizing a great many industries.
Yes.
The machine run. We have a problem. And we are experiencing that right at this moment. This is a very seminal hour for us. I went in earnest, thinking that we would be able to avert a strike. The gravity of this move is not lost on me or our negotiating committee or our board members who have voted unanimously to proceed with a strike. It's a very serious thing that impacts thousands, if not millions of people all across this country and around the world. Not only members of this union, but people who work in other industries that service the people that work in this industry. And so it came with great sadness that we came to this crossroads, but we had no choice. We are the victims here. We are being victimized by a very greedy entity. I am shocked by the way the people that we have been in business with are treating us. I cannot believe it, quite frankly.
She's pissed.
How far apart we are on so many things. How they plead poverty, that they're losing money left and right when giving hundreds of millions of dollars to their CEOs. It is disgusting. Shame on them. They stand on the wrong side of history at this very moment. We stand in solidarity, in unprecedented unity. Our union and our sister unions and the unions around the world are standing by us. As well as other labor unions.
Yeah, they're
Because
like
at-
key grips and gaffers and best boys and fucking caterers and shit that are like dying right now because of these strikes. Like they are like super fucked up. And I have some friends that are writers, and they've told me about how difficult it's been, especially in the streaming model, how that shit affects them. So it was like if they had a chance to write on a TV show or a movie, it meant that they would be in a room and they would be on set for a certain amount of time and make a certain amount of money. But with the streaming platform, most of the stuff is getting written like before, like they write almost everything before they start filming. So they would get paid much less money, but they're doing the same amount of work.
Yeah, you're right.
Some point,
You know, if you close your eyes and just like pretend, you could imagine that like literally everything she's saying is just Bernie Sanders like doing a speach, and it's like
kind of. It
jig
does.
is up.
She also has that like accent. That's because like Bernie.
That globalist elitist accent.
Nobody cares what your damn emails.
You cannot keep being dwindled and marginalized and disrespected and dishonored. The entire business model has been
Sounds like the
changed
people that cancel Kanye West.
by streaming.
Who are they, Hannibal?
you know.
Who are they?
It's they.
Digital.
Hey man, you're not gonna cost me my sneaker deal with Reebok. Nope.
AI. This is
Didn't the Eric July fans say that you'd rather buy a pair of Adidas than a comic or something like that?
At a certain point, somebody did say that. They were just like, yeah, he'd rather go buy a pair of Adidas. He won't spend $35 on a comic book, but he'll on Ism #1, but he'll spend $35 on a new pair of Adidas. And I was like, first off, that is an objectively hilarious statement. One, for you to believe that all black people wear Adidas, right? Second, that you believe a pair of Adidas costs $35.
You're fucking lucky if you get it for twice that.
And also, Monty doesn't wear shoes.
Right, at all, right? Like how many places did we go in Seattle, Ben Pye, where you had to remind Monty that he would have to wear shoes outside?
A lot of time. He took his shoes off in the subway station.
Yes, he did.
What the fuck?
And he was walking around barefoot. And
Monty
then
doesn't like wearing shoes or socks. He likes his feet to be connected to the ground.
And because of that, he kind of looked like he was homeless. And we had him because they have these benches that people sit on when they're waiting for the train, and there's this little thing in the middle to keep homeless people from sleeping on them. And we got a picture of Monty laying down on one of those trying to sleep with the thing poking him in his back. It's hilarious.
Yeah. I every now and whenever I feel down, or life is stressing me out, when I'm realizing that I am not as strong or as powerful, or as rich as somebody like Eric July, I just look at that picture of Monty pretending to be homeless and I laugh and I feel better.
Look, maybe that's how he can he has what is it, that ability Toph has, where you can just sense the white women through the ground.
Oh yeah, they he can sense them and they can sense him. It's almost eerie how that shit works. I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. I'm not doing a bit. If you just hang out with Monty, just white women just flock to him. They just the shit is wild. It is wild to watch. He shampoos his hair in pumpkin spice. They fucking love him. It's amazing. When he's not, fucking both his parents.
He's shoeless Joe Jackson. Yeah. We're gonna wrap in a couple minutes here. Everyone, please like the stream. And we're gonna be back on Saturday. We were gonna do a Patreon show tomorrow, but I just rescheduled it because I don't know when Billy's getting out of the hospital, and even if he does, I think maybe he should try to relax.
Yeah.
So he's going to be doing the next several weeks of shows from home.
I think young Bill Fridge should take his time, relax, kind of feel better, and record an album with me, right? And then just let me produce a full project for Billy the Fridge. He can do it. He didn't have to get up out his bed. He can do it right at home.
Hello.
Hello, Egged. You know what, Egged? I forgot. I do have some actual Mania promos, Egged. So I'm gonna play some of these for you here. Here's let's see what this is all about.
Hello, Drunken Peasants. Ben, Billy, and the fans. Looks like I'm up against Egghead. I don't know why we're in a match together. We're cool now. We're friends. But if I have to face him in this match, may our battle be legendary. So here's what's gonna happen, Egghead. I'm gonna take you out to dinner. I'm gonna wine and dine you. We're gonna chit chat and talk and find out all the stuff that we have in common. You know, like movies, comics, video games, you name it.
Gigio games.
It's become like little inside jokes between us because we're gonna be that couple. Have all the inside jokes and annoy all the other couples. After I pay for dinner, we're gonna take a nice taxi ride home, see some sightseeing, we get to your place, have a nice coffee, and at night, I'm gonna fuck you in the ass. That's right, Egghead. I'm gonna bend you over and fuck you right in your asshole. And make you love me.
There you go.
Ooh, okay.
Here's Egged's promo on the Mad Clown.
So, finally, you reveal my opponent. And my opponent this month is none other than the Mad Clown. Interesting. Very interested indeed. That's fine. I just have one thing to say before I actually address the Mad Clown.
I do want to fill in a little bit of context, Hannibal. Egghead won the currency in the account match, which means he gets to cash it in whenever he wants. To take on
the currency account. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah, and basically what happens is when he cashes it in, if it's after a match that the champ just had, we deduct a percentage from the whoever the champ is, and then Egged, we open a new poll where there's like that deduction, and every time people have used it, it's been successful. But then I also recently revealed that I am Egghead's long lost brother whose father loved me more. Yes, Egged, you know it to be true.
Your advocate
He's more proud of me, Egghead.
has been crossing some heavily personal boundaries. That's fine. I forgive him. It may hurt me inside to do so, but damn it, I'm the bigger man here, and I forgive him. Now, onward to the Mad Clown.
So Egged just forgave Honest Red.
You have gone from being known as the
Did you hear that?
Of Owls, and now you're calling yourself a Mad Clown. It's like you're going through the whole arbitrary list of Batman's villains. That's fine. That's fine.
This music is like you're at like a spa getting a massage or something. You know?
It is. And it's the most unsettling part of the promo is that I'm imagining an Asian woman rubbing my feet. While Egghead
I'm glad you said feet.
Yes, it definitely was not a code word.
It reminds me of because I've been to like Las Vegas spas, and they're all like really over the top. Like every resort in Las Vegas has its own spa, and it's just like over the top, and it plays this kind of music.
Because I personally remember playing a certain character, a certain clown character back in 2016 when I went up against the Vigilant Christian Mario. So, come Actual Mania, come Summer Scam. clown versus clown. We shall see who the true clown is.
Okay. And then we have the Cringerweight champion, Jessbro, calling out her opponent. Jessbro is the Cringerweight champion. She's calling out her opponent coming up at the end of this month, Ruby Jules.
Drake.
Oh, no. It's Drake. It's not Ruby. Ruby's taking on Big Diesel. My bad. It's Drake Dragsaw taking on Jessbro.
This month. And your little Twinkie ass can't do anything about it. You can murder as many kittens as you want, but I will always, and I mean always, hold the title of Cringerweight champion.
Whoa.
Twinkie kid.
Twinkie the kid.
I'm throwing you away. I'm canceling you. I'm canceling you. This is my title and you cannot take it.
It's a kid.
Yeah. Show them what we do to twinks. Yeah, Bugs. Go on, bud.
This is unfair. She showed her pussy in a video.
Come on. Poke a hole in them. Get them. Come on, let's get Drake Dragnuts, the Twinkie kid. Get on, Bugs. Get on. Get the. Come on. Get up there. Get up there. Attack. Attack. Attack.
Cats be about just not doing what you tell them to do when you tell them to do.
I see Star Spangled Luchador in the chat. Oh, don't you worry, sir. I'll be dealing with you directly very soon. I have an advocate that's going to handle Egghead for me. So I won't be talking about Egghead much more going forward. He knows that he's going to be the first person ever to fail cashing in currency in the account if he does try. Blah blah blah. Dude, just wait. Just wait, loser.
Attack. Attack the twink.
Suck, Luchador.
Attack. Attack the twink.
He's just mad because I handed him his first L.
People. He's trying to kill them. He's trying to kill kittens. You got the honor of it all. Get it. That's right. Acquire the taste. Acquire the taste. He'll find it.
Huh?
Cats make horrible guards. They can't even defend themselves. He won't even defend himself against a twink.
No, you and Simple Country both lost to me. I beat both of you by myself.
He's harmless.
Stop making excuses.
He's just a baby.
All right. So as I said, I am no longer going to be addressing my loser brother, Egged. That's not going to be happening. He's my half-brother, actually. We have the same dad, but my mother is Morgan Fairchild. So that's, the mixture of the Simpson genetics with the Morgan Fairchild genetics created the perfect son. I am Schwarzenegger to Egged's Danny DeVito, is basically what I'm saying.
See, that's a movie they need to remake. They need to remake Twins.
My movie!
Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Kevin Hart.
That would be good.
That would be good.
All right, so I present to you all my advocate who will now be addressing Egged directly.
I wonder who this could be.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Wild Honest Red, and I'm the advocate for your reigning, defending, undisputed, actual mania world heavyweight champion, Benjamin Simpson.
Yes!
The good son,
the
redeemer of the Simpson name, and an honest man like his father. Now, as an advocate, I want to say I hope everyone enjoyed Excessive Guidelines. A lot of exciting new matches have been set up for the upcoming Summer Scam. One person that probably
I probably should have edited this. I think he wanted me to edit it, so that's my bad. I just didn't have the time. No. So I'm taking.
Probably had a great weekend. Was that masked scammer Luchador? It's right in his name, Star Spangled Luchador. Well, Lou, I hope you're well rested, because
maybe I need to edit this before I play it. I'm gonna edit it. I didn't realize.
I'm about to say, why you sit out and read up for failure?
No. I do need to. You know what? I'm gonna bring it back, and it's be better than ever, Egged. No, I'm not gonna play it, but I do have to edit it. I forgot that I had to edit it.
Look, allow me to summarize. Right, I may have failed to destroy you, Luchador, but you know what? Ben is definitely not going to fail. He is going to kick your sorry ass, and he is going to dethrone you finally in actual Mania, and you're going to be humiliated in front of the world. Eat shit.
Ooh,
People,
there we go.
People are saying Honest Red is the guy who killed Trayvon Martin.
Fucked up. That's fucked up. Does not look like George Zimmerman. That is messed up. It's also kind of funny. Listen, man, don't look. People tell me all the time I look like MF Doom, right? I don't see it at all. Like, we're different shades of chocolate, okay?
Yeah. So I'm going to edit that, and I'll play it on Saturday. All of you, anyone who's in a match coming up here, if you want to send me some promos, I'll be playing them. Obviously, the actual event isn't until towards the end of the month here, so you got plenty of time. I recorded a new song. It's not quite done yet, but it's almost there, so you'll see.
Listen, if you want me to start making some interesting music, man, let me know. I will make some trailer music for actual Mania, and for like if people need different intro themes, I'm here for it.
That's a legit offer. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that is. Yeah. Absolutely. You don't remember this because this was a time where people were in actual Mania when they weren't they didn't know they were. But you're a former heavyweight champion, and your name is actually on the belt right here.
Nice. I mean, I look, the thing is, sometimes when you're so good at winning, you don't even know when it's happening. You win in your sleep. All right. I'm like the DJ Khaled song. All I do is win, no matter what. That's all I do. You know, I am the tribal chief. Acknowledge me. That, you know, all jokes aside, is anybody else surprised that this bloodline thing has just been going on for as long as it's been going on?
Yeah, and I don't watch as much as I used to, but it's weird how they found a way to make Roman Reigns work. They wanted him to be the new John Cena and have him be all wholesome and shit, and that just did not work. So they created this thing, and they've made him... Oh, they've had him with a way longer championship reign than anyone else in recent times. So, yeah, I think it's done well.
Okay, yeah, I'm surprised that they allowed one person to have the belts for as long as he did, and then I realized they basically created a new belt to be like, all right, so Seth Rollins has the Raw belt. Roman Reigns has a SmackDown belt, and we're just gonna let that be that because we want him to break a bunch of records, but also we gotta have somebody defend a championship on our shows other than Gunther. So,
yeah,
who has the U.S. championship right now?
I have no idea. I really don't know.
Somebody in the chat, let us know who's the WWE United States champion right now. Is that still a belt? Do they not do that belt anymore?
I think they still do it.
Austin Theory, thank you.
You know what?
Thank you, EA San Diego.
The other night, I dug up a bunch of old like music that I made. A lot of it's just ideas, but I was playing it on my stream, and I turned Green Day into a hip hop beat.
Which song?
Brain Stew.
Okay, all right, I want to hear it. This has always been one of my favorite Green Day songs. You should send me this. Let me add some stuff to this, Ben.
Here comes the hook. Yeah.
Okay. I'm already. Listen, you done fucked up. I'm already working on the shit. You don't even know.
Here's a thing I made when I was trying to be like Trent Reznor. I need to remake this though, because back then, like recording live instruments, I didn't have as good of equipment as I do now.
I did for Monty, man, for his comic book Border City. I made a theme song for Border City. I made a beat for the theme song, and it's in that vein. It doesn't sound like that, but it's in that that pocket is where it exists.
Yes, so it's like industrial rock sounding.
Yeah, it's like industrial hip hop. Yeah, it's kind of like it's like industrial trap, but then it does some cool shit. I'm gonna send
that is cool.
I don't know if I can send it to you on Skype or if I should just email it to you, either or. But I'm gonna send it to you right now so you can check it out. I mean, send it to you so you can check it out eventually.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Send it to me. I've got a whole bunch of this is all old stuff I've made like over the last 15 years or so. You ever heard Marilyn Manson's cover of Down in the Park?
Yes. I've seen Marilyn Manson in concert live twice.
I did a remake of that. I didn't record vocals back then, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was waiting for. Okay.
I was thinking about it though.
Look, me and you could produce a project for Billy the Fridge.
That would be interesting.
It would be dope. Okay. Yeah. First off, if I'm doing it, it's not gonna be whack, because I don't believe in doing whack shit. I'm not Eric July. Okay. All right, I'm sorry.
That was. You could be anybody under that mask. Who knows?
Marilyn Handsome. I like that, Hank Chill.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did.
Are you playing the guitar?
Yeah.
Like are you playing? Okay, so like. You're actually recording them, and you're not like using like a MIDI instrument.
No, it's an actual guitar. Okay. Which now when I do it, I can make it sound way better.
And what DAW are you using when you do this?
Here, I was probably using Pro Tools.
Okay.
So, yeah, I have a whole bunch of this shit from recording. Like, that's all.
Benjamin Pye, like Ben Pye never ceases to surprise me at just the random skill sets that you have.
Why? Thank you.
Never.
Sir.
I'm always amazed. I'm just like I've taken years to like craft my music production sound. I was not immediately great at it. It took a while to kind of like I was good at music, but I wasn't great at music production. It took a while to kind of figure out that pocket.
It's not intuitive to like learn how to put EQs on things and like mastering. Like you have to really learn. Like you have to understand how like the audio spectrum works and to not like overload like certain parts of it with like too much sound. You like spread it out. Panning, very important.
Yeah, like compression, limiting, you know, like all of that stuff. Like just like I've tried to spend more time lately doing less like back end mixing and spend more time just picking very quality sounds that don't require me to have to go in and do a bunch of work to them. Right? Like I might do some stuff with like my kicks and my snares if I want them to hit harder, right? But everything else, I like to leave it as is.
This is what I use for drums. Easy Drummer.
Easy Drummer, yeah.
Yeah. I have
Easy Drummer is dope.
I have a few of the other kits too. It's like freezing up for some reason. I don't know why.
Have you ever used Addictive before?
No.
Addictive drums? I love it. Like when we used to use Addictive, that was my favorite shit for like live sound and drums. And it would like give you like a bunch of patterns and a bunch of different drum kits that you could play it with. So you'd be like, all right, so you can play it with like a house kit. Oh, now you can play it with a rock kit or like a 12-time rock kit. Or if you want to play it with like an R&B kit or a jazz kit, and it would change the nature of the drums. You could speed it up, slow it down, and keep all of this space of things that you could do with it.
I've gotten a few of the different drum kits for Easy Drummer. Like all of these things can be different pads for it. Another cool thing, because I have that electronic drum set, the Roland drum set, and I can program the pads on my Roland drum set to play these samples, so I can actually play the kit like on actual drums, which is cool. But I mainly just I have this like metal machine, which is I don't know why. So like a giant kit like this.
It like Easy Drummer looks a lot like Addictive Drums. That's why I was like, if you like Easy Drummer, you might also like Addictive. I had gotten into it. Like there was a stretch of time back in 2010 where we were getting a lot of people asking for like those kind of pop rock records, like stuff like Pink and Avril Lavigne was doing at the time. You know, the big issue for me was just how to make the guitar sound authentic and then how to get the drums right. And for me, it was never a matter of getting the pattern right. It was always a matter of having the drum sounds be right, because I had a lot of hip hop, like a lot of rap sounding drums, and like a rap kick hits differently than a pop kick or an EDM kick or a jazz. Like they all hit differently. So part of it. Yeah, so part of it was trying to make sure we found the right sound, the right texture.
In Easy Drummer, I can do that. Like it gets down to like, it comes down to like what the mallet head for the kick drum is made out of, and all this kind of stuff. Like, and it changes the sound so dramatically. You can really personalize each drum set to make it sound exactly how you want. Like I like if I'm playing like rock music, I like the snare to have like a pop to almost like a piccolo snare type thing. I like that a lot. So, but yeah, like hip hop, a lot of times you don't even have a snare. You have like the hand clap sound.
Well, sometimes like there are drums that like there are certain people that prefer the snare. Like I think when you listen to more hip hop stuff, they tend to use more snares, right? And live sounding drums. And when you listen to
because that's what they sample
trap stuff, and then when you listen to trap stuff, they tend to use more of the synthetic drum sound.
I love the 808. Yeah, I love 808 sound. Yeah. So
All right. Stephen Andrew in the chat says I really like Big Snare and Tomza. Okay. And Hank Chill says Pink is Ben's favorite artist.
How did you know?
Listen, Pink puts on a fantastic live concert. If you've never been, I think you should do yourself a favor once and go to a live Pink concert.
The thing that was so weird for me was one of Pink's big albums, like 20 years ago or whatever. A couple of the songs was written by Tim Armstrong from the band Rancid. Like, I guess they were like buddies or whatever. I don't know how that happened, but that was so weird for me to know that he was writing songs for Pink. But yeah, she's a good singer. I'm not like into her genre that much, but I can recognize.
But I feel like you appreciate music enough and live performances enough where you could go to a concert for an artist that you're not necessarily a fan of and be able to be like, this was good. Like, I'm not a Beyonce fan, but the Beyonce concert is like, oh no, it's some next level shit.
Yeah, when I was in my early 20s, I was on the street team for Island Records, Island and Def Jam, and
it's so random. It's so random.
They used it was because I was in a band, and so they used to send me like a pack of demo CDs and a free ticket to a local show, and they'd be like, "Go there and pass out all this shit." Sometimes it was stickers. Sometimes it was demo CDs. It was that kind of stuff. And I would just go to free shows. So I saw a lot of bands that I wouldn't have paid to see, but because I got it for free, I got free tickets all the time. So
all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Like anytime there was any big show coming to my area. And there was a few times where like there was I had to drive several hours to get to a show, but that usually if I traveled for it, it was one I wanted to go to. So, yeah, it was a good time.
All right. I got to convert this one. I'm sending you one of the comic book songs. I sent you one. I tried to send it on in Skype, but is I don't know. My computer's moving slow as hell.
Okay.
The other Monty comic book song I did is which we have. Who's the guy? One of those nerdcore rappers we had on it. Damn, what's his name? Mega Ran. We got Mega Ran on the Century song. And I don't know what we're doing with the Border City. These are two different comic books that Monty wrote, and he had me do music for the comic book. I think he's going to eventually turn them into like motion comics, which he's done before. And I'm looking forward to that. Also, Lord Jamarcus, there is a music video in the works for the Lord Jamarcus paid us to make a Trumpster Bob song, and we made the song. I sent it to you, both of you guys actually.
Really?
And
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, now I got this shit working.
So yeah, I'm about to convert the Century song now from a wave to an MP3, and I'm gonna email you the Century song in the Border City.
Like
the
Can't wait to see the video for the T-Bob track.
All the different kick drums, like I like this one.
I'm told that apparently I play drums for Weezer and MXPX.
Okay, well, first of all, I guess I can kind of see the Weezer thing. MXPX, that guy's name is Yuri, and you don't really look like him, so I don't know why they say that. But yeah, I am gonna leave the room for just a minute here to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, are you guys pressed for time, or do you want to keep going a little bit?
Listen, I'm here for however long I need.
I can go for a while yet, but I also need to go and use little boy's room. So
we'll put Hannibal full screen.
Just Hannibal. Let's do it. Let's go Hannibal full screen. See, now you should play. Now you should definitely play my music. We should definitely do that. What's going on, y'all? Hannibal the Beat Animal, soon to be third peasant on Drunken Peasants, and I can actually engage the crowd in a way that they will not. Hold on, I'm rendering this. I want to send Ben Pye this music because I want him to hear this awesome sauce that I've been cooking up. Listen, y'all, I be working. I am a working man when I am not shitting on Eric July's comic book. which has just become a very fun pastime as of late. His fans get so angry about it. I'm just like, hey man, just like, you don't actually think this is good, right? Like you didn't read this and was like, yeah, this is good quality content. Like, you like it because you like his political views, and that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. Just don't say it's good. And don't do one of those like, oh, well, good. What's good is relative. First off, no, it's not, right? Like, if you might like this, like, I love Roland Emmerich disaster pieces. I love Independence Day, The Day After Tomorrow, fucking 2012. Those movies are terrible. Like, Moonfall is terrible. I love that terrible movie, okay? When the aliens are like, hey, we're God and we created the moon, and now Sam from from Game of Thrones, we're gonna have you be a part of our AI. That shit is ridiculous, and I love every minute of that ridiculous movie. But just because I love it doesn't mean that it's good. That's all I got to say. Ben Pye. What's Ben Pye's? There it is, Ben Pye. Got you. All right, boom. I sent Ben Pye his the songs. Who knows? Maybe we'll listen to him tonight on the show. I'm sure that we won't. I'm sure that we won't. Let me see. Giraffe Ballsack 17 said, what's happening with Billy the Fridge? Billy the Fridge is in the hospital right now. He's getting treated, but he should be back, bigger and fridgier than ever when he comes back on the show. And we all love Bill Fridge. We all want the best for Bill Fridge. So hope he comes back soon. Let's see what else we got. William Wokel Fridge. That's good. Like the Faustian man says, I loved Event Horizon. Was Event Horizon a bad movie? I know it was directed by a bad director, but was it a bad film? Like, it's been a while since I've seen Event Horizon. Like, so I don't like commenting on the quality of movies without having like a fresh frame of reference.
I'm so bad with genre classification.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wrote this song. Where is it? I wrote this song, and I don't even know what genre this is. Let me see where. I have this one song that I wish I could play right now, but I can't because, like, I sampled so much on it that it always gets tagged.
I got you.
Yeah.
The song, the thing that I sent you on Skype, did it come through or no? I mean, I also emailed it to you, but I don't know how. I've never sent anything through Skype.
It usually
works.
works,
I can't see
but
I can't see on my end if it even came through.
Let's see.
Because it doesn't look like it did. Yes, Rack saying Eric July. You got to say it exactly like that at the time.
Tell me what genre this is while I look for your thing. This is something where, like, I had no idea going into it and just literally just kind of made it while I was going along. So
yeah,
I was like, I want slap bass in it. So there's slap bass in it at some parts. Wait till you hear the weird hook that I put in it. It's so crazy. I don't know what it is, but that's something I forgot that I had made that I was like digging around in old hard drives. And I was like, what the?
We got a visitor in the chat. Rippaverse Goalpost decided to come
Oh,
visit.
cool. Hi, Rippaverse Goalpost. Hi.
We don't know if that's the actual Rippaverse Goalpost. That could just be that could be a troll account.
No, they watch. They're fans.
I don't, but they can't be fans because your fan numbers never go up, okay? You always either have zero views
You might
or
want to
negative
check on your
1,000 views.
advocate in the actual Mania tab there, champ.
Apez Incorporated says it kind of sounds like one of those MIDI files that came with the Windows 95. Astrospec says this is pretty cool. You know what it reminded me of? There was a song from a group, like a hip rock group from the early mid 2000s called Bad Ronald, and they had a song, I think it's called Let's Begin, and that's what it reminded me of, like kind of a hip rock, a hip rock vibe. Telling you, we should collab on some music. Look, how about this? Ben Pye, Hannibal the Beat Animal. Let's make a song for Eric July. Okay, let's do it. You play the guitar. Let me design, like, you design some drums. You play the guitar. I'll put some other stuff around it. We'll put some Eric July vocals on there. And Eric July has publicly said he does not care how people use his music. He will not flag people for using his content. He has said this. I didn't ask for it. That's what he said, right? So would you like to produce a record for Eric July? Oh, I'm like, remix. Would you like to remix the Eric July record?
Yeah, let's do it.
I appreciate the long pause. I love it.
Comedic timing there.
I love it. Ooh, somebody said it sounds like Final Fight. Play it again, Ben Pye.
I definitely heard that.
Yeah, it sounds like video game music.
You know, we did we got a song that we did on that's on one of the Dance Dance Revolution video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. They made so many of those games. I can't tell you which game it's on. I remember when we got it placed, and I was very confused because I had also never heard of the game before we got the song placed. So when I saw what the game was, I was even more confused. But I got a check from it, and that was all I cared about.
I checked. I didn't get a file from you, but it's cool. Like, we can. If you, hold on. I think I got it from you through email.
Yeah, I emailed it too. I was trying. Initially, when I was trying to email it, it didn't look like my email was going through. So I was like, well, let me just send it on Skype. I wasn't saying it for you to play it now. You can play it now, but you don't have to play it now. I was sending it just so you could check it out. The music that we did for Monty. But you know what? If the Rippaverse is watching, maybe we should show them with. No, you know what? I don't want to antagonize Rippaverse goalposts. All right. Because they're far too powerful of a fandom for me. It's like talking shit about BTS or Beyonce, right? They fans just will sting you to death, right? I don't want. Hey, Rippaverse goalpost. I don't want no smoke with y'all. Okay.
It's Eric July on his sock account, right?
It's gotta be. It's gotta be what it is. Listen, man. Like it's. Yeah, this is the Century song. But it's the beat for the Century. I didn't sing the song. The comic is called Century.
Century.
Very got like kind of a dark 90s hip hop vibe to it.
Yeah, this is like one of the tracks you used for like the waiting music for your show.
Yeah, Monty was very happy to use this music all the time when we made it.
Did I mention that? Jared Genesis did a review of Cuties?
Oh God!
Ooh, that sounds like a crime waiting to happen.
I think it is. Well, he actually is referring to himself as a. I'm gonna paraphrase it so I don't say the actual word, but a PDF sexual.
Oh yeah, right. Since Billy hasn't been on the show, we haven't said the P word once.
Yeah.
Man, Billy loves that word, doesn't he?
Wait,
And
which
penis.
word? Pear, potato.
I don't want to say it.
I'm not sure which P word you mean.
I don't want to say it.
The PDA show file.
Play-Doh.
Yeah, and then we have Mega Ran rapping on the song. It's dope. And that's me doing the DJ scratches too.
So that's an actual scratch. It's not samples.
No, it's samples.
Okay.
It's yeah. Yeah. Century, baby. And it's such a good comic. Monty's actually giving it away for free right now on our channel. So the first link in the description for the last 2 videos we did, you can click the link in the description and you can get a free copy of Monty's Century that he says accomplishes more in 25 pages than Ism did in 95 pages.
You guys were all here to witness that once I realized the Honest Red video needed to be edited, I'm like, oh shit, well, let me edit it and I'll play it later. And Honest Red's like all like having a... He does the take my ball and bat and go home thing a lot. So that's what he's doing now. But it's like...
Is he really? No,
he's always like this. You give him a reason... Yeah.
Yeah, Ben Pye said that he wasn't going to play the video because it wouldn't be a quality representation for you and your skill set. He appreciated what you did and recognized.
I forgot that I had to edit it. Like there's been so much going on lately. Like I've had to find last minute replacements for things and yeah, it's.
Hank Chill says it was an honest mess. No, it wasn't. It was like it hasn't been edited yet. All right.
Yeah, it was supposed to be edited.
Editing process takes time. Yeah. What do you use to edit, Benjamin?
I use Premiere Pro.
Not okay. We have a copy of Premiere, and I haven't figured out how to use it yet, and I need to. I need to take the time and start using it.
Everybody watching is just gonna vow to pretend that we didn't see anything today, and then when
really
Ben
was only like it was like a minute of it, and I'm like, oh wait.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that big of a deal. There was obviously this is all kayfabe, and there was a mistake, and I'll fix it and play it on the next show after I edit it.
Mm-hmm.
I have the day off tomorrow, so I have time to edit shit.
It's not kayfabe, okay? I really died in actual mania,
right.
And I was dead for 3 months and came back to life. None of that was fake. Okay? You got to believe all of it.
Listen, Major Lee Awesome says, first off, fantastic name, by the way, Major Lee.
It's
I take my mask off. I tip my mask to you. Says kind of has the same vibe as that DJ song from Meteora. Nicely done. Thank you very much. I'm actually really good at making music. That is kind of like my whole thing. Like they don't call me Hannibal the Beat Animal because I don't make dope beats. Like and then this is the Border City one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like palm muted, distorted guitar. Junk, 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 junk,
I'm waiting for Monty to put this shit out, man.
Do.
Yeah. I listen, I like a quality drum fill.
Yeah, I like it too.
But you see what I'm saying? Like I tried to make it like kind of like industrial but trappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear my little dog whining at my door, so I'm gonna let her in. Hold on.
Yeah.
Do you know the name of the song that made it to DDR?
I don't know what the song is. Oh, for Alex Fitch, the song that is like, it sounds familiar. It is. I sampled a song from The Crow, the Brandon Lee movie.
I thought it was. I thought it was The Crow. I was about to say that.
Like so the singing that you hear in the background, those are the vocals from the song from The Crow.
Yeah, The Crow. I had The Crow soundtrack. It was a badass soundtrack.
Yeah, it was fan. So Monty, when he reached out to me, he said he was like, I want it to sound like this song from The Crow, but like if black people made it. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. so that's what I did, right? And it's got like all the different singing and stuff. And towards the second half of the song, it speeds up like a whole bunch, and then it slows back down into just like a full-on rock record. Yeah.
Interesting.
It goes into a bunch of cool places. Yeah. I get bored when I'm listening to music and it stays in one space for too long.
Yeah.
Like,
I have to do several changes in a song. There has to be like several changes.
Yes, the violent film song in The Crow. Yes, that is exactly. So if you listen to it, play it again, you can hear the rip. You can just fast forward it to like the middle, right? And you like play it like that is exactly what you're hearing. That's like the actual vocals from the Crow song. Yes, that was exactly. So first off, good ears on you, Ben Pye, and everybody in the audience for catching that. Yes, that is exactly what that was. Yeah, right from the Crow. And you won't get copyright flag for this, Ben. You're good.
Yeah. It sucks. I want to play this other one for you that I have, but it's Vince McMahon flags me every time. Because there used to be this manager. His name was Slick, and he was like a pimp type character. And they put out Pile Driver, the wrestling album, and he did a song on it called Jive Soul Bro. And I sampled that and made like a new version of it, but it's similar enough to where it gets flagged. I played it on one of my other streams, and it got flagged.
Yeah, so part like a lot, like especially because I will do a lot of a good bit of sampling. For the Trumpster Bob song that we did for that I did for Lord Jamarcus, I sampled "I Am a Real American" from Hulk Hogan. Well, I didn't sample it; I interpolated it. Well, no, I guess I technically sampled it. I did both. I interpolated it and sampled it. But like I did it in a way where you don't know that's what it is until you know that's what it is. And then it's just like, so, and I said that to say this, because I do a lot of sampling, and I do all the music for the shit show, I'm always trying to be very conscientious about how to present the sample in a way where it's been transformed enough where it doesn't get copyright flagged. For us using the music on our show. Like I got this Superman beat that I made for a drawing that Monty did, a Superman drawing. And I made a Superman beat, and there's a section of music, like there's maybe like 4 or 5 seconds of music there where I didn't do enough to transform it, and it gets flagged every time we play it on the show, so we had to stop playing it. Well, we didn't. If we play it, we understand that episode we've completely given up monetization. And now since YouTube is dead set on playing ads while you're watching the episodes, our monetization actually matters a whole lot more now.
Yeah, I've been getting the yellow dollar signs a lot lately. It's pretty stressful. So hopefully this one will get it. We'll get the green, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna wrap this up now. Thanks for being on the show, guys, and the rest of you will be back on Saturday.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Saturday with special guests. Yeah. I don't know if I'm allowed to say or not. I saw in the chat.
What?
The somebody that might be on Saturday show.
Who?
Biscuit.
Oh yeah. He was gonna.
Okay. I didn't know if I could say it because I didn't want to say Shabisky was going to be on the show and then Shabisky's not going to be on the show. Or you'd be like, you ruined the surprise, Hannibal. You'll never be on our show again. You black son of a bitch. It's like, damn, Ben, that was wild for you to go there. But
yeah. All right. We will see all of you guys back on Saturday. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
In the beginning, there was nothing, and then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants.